Hmm.
What's a homestuck? Who's a homestuck? I'm here to be enlightened on this homestuck. Yeah, if anybody ever tells you, let me tell you about homestuck, fucking run. They are already too deep. Unless it's a joke.
It's probably always a joke.
It's probably a joke, but you can't know for certain, and the 1 out of 50 people for whom it is not a joke is going to traumatize you. I mean, that's how it was last time I heard.
I miss the days when you would let me see the Discord feed so I could play the game with you.
I'm sorry, those days are gone.
I could just ask you for it. But
They're never coming back.
Damn it. Like my dad.
I'm getting a little bit of distortion, a little bit of static on your voice. Is your mic different?
No.
Okay.
Same mic it's always fucking been.
Cool.
I don't know why the hell it's doing that. Maybe it'll just fix itself randomly like it did last time.
Just letting you know. Just letting you know.
No, I know. But it's just...
I think Discord may have improved the quality of their streaming, because now my defaults are 720 and 30 frame rate.
I think that was always an option.
That was an option, but now it's the default. 720 is now the lowest resolution, and 30 is the middle frame rate. I'm still going to bump it down to 15, because, you know, you don't deserve any better.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that.
It's a visual novel. It's not needed. Save the bandwidth. Sounds fine to me. The mic, that is. I get sensitive about other people's mic quality, because a lot of the time, if their mic is a little bit off, then I can't hear them. Or the ending of their sentences. And then I get confused. But let's get started here. Good thing this game doesn't have a save file and everything's unlocked from the start. But even if it wasn't, it would take us about 5 minutes of like click. I'd set up an auto clicker to just plow through it.
Speedrun strats.
Basically. We did Aradia last time, right? That was when we were like, this is becoming Homestuck again.
Yeah, Aradia was where we left off last time.
Yo, I looked
that was a ride.
I looked up the OST and the title of her track, and it's just titled Yes, It Is. that's the name.
Exactly what you think it is, something like that. It was so good.
I'm gonna go find that. I'm gonna look up our DM history right now, and then just go back and copy it into the chat. Yes, it is. Yeah, the title is Yeah, It Is. Pester Quest Aradia's theme. Yeah, it is.
I love when they do that, when it's like they knew exactly what people were going to ask when they heard it. It's like, wait.
You did! The first message.
I literally did.
You said that is the perfect name for that track. I'm like, yeah, it is.
It is. Well, I'm saying it out loud for everybody else to hear because, you know, I don't like publicly announce my private DMs.
Oh, you don't? Man, that's fun. I plan to do a stream where I just go through the history of everything everybody's ever sent me in private and trust it.
Shit.
All right.
Well, it's nice being your friend.
So today might be a little shorter because we're starting late, and I don't know what to tell you, man. We have absolutely nothing to look forward to in our future because the next 3 are kind of trash, and then the one after that is all right.
Fuck you. I mean, you're not wrong about like Eridan and Sollux is probably going to be a drag.
I don't even know who this one is. The lionliest girl in Alternio? Man, she doesn't sound important. Oh, that is loud. Crank that down a bit. Time to face facts. Something is going on here. Something has been going on here. You've been in a coma for the past month.
Mm-hmm.
Not that you didn't already know that. You know, your head is aching. You woke up in a hospital bed. There's blood everywhere. You've had the blurry outlines of all this strangeness for a long time. It's only after your stint with Aradia that you've managed to fill in all the shapes and colors. Your friends, the companions you've been to hell and back with, you forgot about them. You probably forgot about them again. It was sort of a traumatizing moment. That feels like... you can't even come up with a sufficiently dramatic mixed metaphor! It feels bad. Your desperate friendship thirst was compelled, you get that. And it's mostly worn off by now. What the fuck else are you supposed to do? It's basically just your job now, so you'll keep doing that job. What's your job? Whatever, let's just do the damn route. Who did Equius tell you about? His Moirail, right? You'll go try to find her in the middle of the woods, which is a very normal thing to do. You'll be normal. It's a normal kind of day. You zap to the mouth of a cave and are immediately set upon by a wild beast. Normal. Yellow eyes flash.
I mean, literally though.
Yellow eyes flash and sharp teeth glitter. You brace yourself to be made into dinner. Mom's beginner. The wild lioness sits back on her haunches and contemplates the stranger. Need to sleep, but we'll love to support it. Enjoy games, Ryan in chat. Oh, it's a shame I hear of it, but like I said, you ain't missing anything. Sleep well.
Have a good night.
Her neck looks broken.
Your neck looks broken. The wild lioness sits back on her haunches and contemplates the stranger.
That's how you know she does that. She tells you.
You wouldn't have known otherwise.
But taking a closer look, you
realize we walked in on
that she is in fact not a wild lioness, just a very unkempt troll in a green coat and a grubby t-shirt. She smells like a fire pit.
She licks her snout and tries to figure out who had happened upon her den. Oh my god, what was that?
Did you forget the puns?
No, not the puns, the tongue. It looked like it was disconnected from the mouth. Dinner, perhaps?
The troll girl licks her lips. Again, wow, that is a weird tongue. You realize that even though she is not some bloodthirsty predator, she does have some very sharp canines and clawed gauntlets on her little hands. She's small, but with trolls, you've discovered the hard way that size does not translate in a 1-to-1 strength ratio. Hi, Mew.
Hello, Mew.
And you tell her that you're a fur end. Definitely a fur end, and not at all the sort of friend you playfully fight with and then accidentally eviscerate, because you never know with trolls or cats. The girl, whose name you have a seeking suspicion might be Nepeta, scratches at her chin, her fingers curled up like a paw. You're worried that she's going to put her eye out with those claws.
She wrinkles her nose and wonders what anyone could be doing all the way out here in the waste.
Right.
I don't know why this is the voice I've given her, but I'm sticking with it.
This is why I fucking blocked her out, because she self-narrates RP, and oh god.
You just remembered that?
I was really hoping it was not gonna last.
I'm here to ruin everyone's day. Untrue. Also coming off the high of mouth.
Yeah, Moth has some fucking like gremlin under a bridge troll energy in those streams. I gotta get her and Wobbly in the same room. That's like my goal in life right now.
It's not very plausible.
That one was a bit of a stretch. Come on.
How did you come upon my cave? AC said it with a growly glower.
Stop this nonsense.
You.
You will tell.
You
tell Nepeta that you will happily explain to her exactly who you are and what you're doing, skulking around outside her cave. But could the two of you maybe key down the drama? Talk like normal people. You've been down this road before, and it's kind of bringing back some painful fucking memories.
Oh.
Nepeta leapfrogs off of you, a distinct olive flush crossing the bridge of her nose. Wow, you didn't mean to embarrass her. You know, publicly. Inside, you're actually a little happy about it.
Oh, that's right. She was literally on top of you.
Just a productive convo doesn't seem possible if one of you is pretending to be a lion or whatever. Nepeta nods jerkily. Her gaze is firmly fixed on a boulder a few feet to the right of you. Her body language, which moments ago had you wanting to zap for cover to protect both your dignity and internal organs, is now stiff and wary. She looks even smaller than before. She mouths something you can't quite catch, and then she turns tail and scuttles back into her cave. God damn it, Nepeta, wait! You hurry after her. Well, you stop at the sound of a deep, resonant growl. There's something in that cave, and it's definitely not a kid playing a game.
What a dick.
Hi, Beck. Shadow Beck? Jack?
I think that's... no, that's... I thought that's just... No, that's her, Lucis. It's just in the shadow.
Well, that was fun. Next troll.
Fuck you. Fuck off. Yes. Did I come into a kinky game?
I don't want to play along. I don't want to play along. I hate this. You didn't come into a kinky
You must be
reading.
a real thrill at parties.
You came into came into Homestuck. You came into somebody who acts like a cat and self-narrates her acting like a cat. Ugh.
I don't see what the problem is here. You're the furry here. I don't know why you're the one complaining.
I have never been comfortable with people RPing in a public chat room. It's so weird. It makes regular people unsure of how to respond. It's genuinely uncomfortable. Don't do this. Anybody who does this, please don't do this. It just so happens that you are an expert RPer. And by expert, you mean you once played Soldier Per Beast with a stressed out J-Blood kid, which you've forgotten about until literally yesterday. Anyway, what you mean is you've got some moves. You go limp and show Nepeta your throat, yielding to who is clearly the alpha female here. You're barely even role-playing here. Every olive blood you've met could rip out your intestines and wear them as a shawl. She beams down at you, before remembering that she is a regal lioness.
She nuzzles the strange little cub and welcomes him to her cave.
Appearing to realize that she doesn't need to describe her actions out loud because you are right in front of her, Nepeta nuzzles you gently with the top of her head. You get the feeling that she doesn't get out much. You tell her that you didn't mean to startle her or anything. You just think that you have a mutual friend, a big indigo blood named Aqueous.
Most of them don't get out much.
Nepeta digs her nails into your arms. Her eyes go wide.
You know Aqueous? When did you meet him?
In a pile of white, sticky liquid.
Ah, yes, and this is the weird part.
I can joke about cum. I am uncomfortable by RPers.
What if... Add that to the quote bot. Fucking... God damn it.
It's kind of a funny story. Before you can get into it, Nepeta launches herself off you and scampers into the cave. When she runs, her knuckles occasionally touch the ground. You aren't sure if she moves like that naturally, or if she's just very, very in character. She pauses at the mouth of the cave and gestures you inside, the sleeves of her coat flopping down past her wrists. You have asked me more times when Pester Quest is continuing than you have seen Pester Quest. If you had parents, they probably would have taught you not to follow catgirls into caves, but you didn't, so you're totally down. I am your parent, everybody in chat.
Wait,
don't do this.
Wait, we have the same haircut. I'm shaving my head after this. Wow.
The cave is small and chilly. Several animal pelts cover the cavern floor, from creatures too large to be wolves, but too shaggy to be bears. You know, you figure you're just in a wild animal den, may as well burp and fart and make whatever stuff needs to be done. Maybe some sort of wolf bear. All the furniture is hewn from stone. The Kuuribro formed from a natural hollow in the rock. Of all the hives you spent time,
I've never been more excited to lose brain cells.
There are bloody handprints on the wall. Of all the hives you spent time in, this one is the most rustic. You wonder why. Nepeta isn't a high blood, but she's certainly not a low blood. She could have made a hive at least as nice as Tavris's.
Take or leave Pester Quest like MasterTimeThief. Oh no, God!
Shit.
AC welcomes a strange cub to her den and invites them to sit down wherever they please.
We're having trigger fire problems again.
Oh fuck, what now?
It's just not loading the sounds.
Uh-oh. Oh shit.
Or the visuals. Cool, I probably should have tested those before I started the stream.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know how to fix it. Maybe Triggerfire needs to re-log in. Because I changed my password a couple times.
Did that one work?
Nope.
Well, I tried. I tried nothing and I'm out of ideas.
It's not true. You tried something. It just didn't work.
Yeah. I tried nothing plus one.
No, I'm just getting absolutely nothing. Nothing's working.
Oh.
Wait. There, I heard that one. It's coming through a different audio channel again. God damn it.
Fuck?
Yeah, it's there. They're working. But OBS keeps doing this thing where I think because I used to have a laptop where the sound was easier, now I have the PC, which shouldn't be different, and yet it's got multiple audio outputs.
Weird.
And everything is getting confused as to which one I mean, because, you know, they all have a different idea of what the fuck default means! God damn it.
Have you tried turning it on and back off again?
I would have to cut the stream for that.
Manually set your channels up.
Yeah, they're set to speakers, Realtek, our audio. That's like the one that is coming out of my headphones right now, but instead they're spitting it out of the monitor, which is not speakers, Realtek audio. Like, that's what's... It's literally just not doing what the settings are telling it to do. Yippee! And that is confusing.
That sounds annoying.
Nope, still coming out of the monitor. Why are you coming out of the monitor? Stop coming out of the monitor.
What did you fucking start playing the Ring VHS tape or something? What the fuck? Like, I think I get what you mean, but it really just sounded like Statico was about to fucking murder you.
What?
You're like, why are you coming out of the monitor? Stop coming out of the monitor.
Oh, now I see. Why is there a Realtek HD audio second output? What? What the fuck is that?
Oh, Lord, I love computers.
I'm so confused!
Yippee!
Yeah, it's outputting out of the BenQ monitor, which is not set as default. It's not even an audio option inside of OBS. It's like not a thing it's supposed to be able to see, and yet it's seeing it.
So many yippies.
So fucking confused. I'm disabling the fucking monitor outputs. Now what? Now what are you gonna do?
Yippee!
There, now I can hear it. Son of a bitch. God fucking shitty walk, damn it.
The streamer yells at this computer angrily, hoping that it will fix the problem.
It never does, but it makes me feel better. Okay. Ah! There we go.
Nice!
Just tilt her head.
Nice!
Oh. She realizes that her visitor is probably sleepy and hungry. I mean, yeah. Luckily, Aichi has a fresh kill.
I want to kill. That is really lucky. Nepeta skips back outside, leaving you alone and feeling like you feral the feral child. Torchlight burnished the shapes strange and foreboding, the irregular flicker disorienting. People used to do everything by firelight. No wonder medieval art is so preposterous. Dogs with the faces of old men and old men with the faces of babies. Babies with the faces of... Senna. Speaking of art...
Yes.
Drawings pepper the cave wall, shaky and crude, although you doubt even Michael fucking Angelo could do much with a canvas like this. The point redeems are echoing. Cool! Why are they fucking echoing? God damn it!
Is it because there's just so many, like, backed up or something, or... I have no idea.
No, it's probably because something is set to monitor and output.
Oh, yeah.
Because I had to do that once. Recently. Fix something else. trigger fire is on monitor and output. Yes. Okay, so if I monitor only mute output, now try it. Now I'm gonna trigger off a yippee.
Yippee!
No echo on that
Yippee!
one? No echo on that one?
We
Okay.
good.
See, like, yeah, it was something that I need to test the Zeno ones later on today, too. I gotta get back in touch with Bubba. Let's continue! The pictures seem to depict Nepeta and various other trolls, some of whom you think you recognize. You see Carcat's knobby little horns and Equius' broken one. A few pictures have been viciously scratched out. A couple of the self-portraits of Nepeta also feature a large, sleek white cat. You wonder if that's her hunter Sona. Lion Sona? Whatever. Then you hear a growl, and you realize, oh right, she has a Lucis. I forgot about Nepeta. Right, it's a shipping wall. God damn it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's her thing. She's the thief of heart.
Hot, damp breath touches the back of your neck, and you turn as slowly and carefully as you can. Oh, hello, kitty. Two hissing mouths open in two snarls as a big cat backs you up against the cavern wall.
Oh, Pounce, stop that silly cat.
No, Fur, don't. No, Fur, don't. Do not. Please, do not. I am not confident at the state of the script right now, and I don't want people paying to test a thing I haven't tested.
Destiny calling for Tora! Not to say hello back.
Okay, I guess it works.
Hey, Kuuribro, do it, bitch, you won't.
But I do have to turn off that little beep. It works fine, but is echoed? Same deal! It's probably set to monitor and output. Because the last time, remember last time before the Rona?
Different voice lines? Oh boy.
Monitor only mute output. I mean, it's good if it's, like, fixed itself a little bit, but, I wish I didn't have to, like, go through turning off audio channels to make this work. Okay. For end. Oh, okay. It looks like it looked like she punched her cat down. Nepeta hurries back inside, throwing herself onto the Lucis and petting rambunctiously. Pounce's hisses immediately turn to purrs. She rolls onto her back and bats big, terrifying paws in the air.
Aw, who's a good kitty? Who is the very best kitty? Pounce, we have a guest for dinner. They know Equius. You do, right?
Nepeta looks at you with sharp little eyes.
You do know my Muriel? You weren't lioning?
Oh, no, definitely not. You would never lion. What is lion? You never forget Equius, no matter how hard you try. That pile of milk will be with you until the end of your days. Yes, pile, not puddle, a pile. You did recently forget every single person you ever knew. That will absolutely never happen again, though. You won't allow it.
She leaves her weird friend in the very capable paws of her Lucius while she goes to prepare a delicious meal.
Oh, damn, Nepeta. Please don't go away and leave your guests alone with the ferocious beast. But Pounce seems pretty well placated by Nepeta's insistence that you are a friend and not food. She curls up on one of the animal pelts, tucking her head. Her tail twitches and her ears flick. You're pretty sure she's only pretending to sleep, like she's giving you a shot, and if you fuck up, it's lunchtime. You sit very still and try your best to look unthreatening. Just a little while ago, this would have been easy. You've been totally defenseless and thinking the most unthreatening thoughts, but now you remember at least a little of who you were, and you know what you've done, even if some of it was done in dead-end timelines that never actually came to pass. You're not sure you can still call yourself an innocent bystander. Nepeta derails this dangerous train of thought by dragging in a huge haunch. That's just really the only word for it. A haunch, that's something's leg. Wow. When she said she had a fresh kill, you figured that was part of the RP, like she was gonna pull out a DiGiorno or something like that. But no, she did tear apart some animal and bring you its leg. She has blood smeared over one cheek, her hair in pieces across her sweaty forehead. You get why she and Equius get along. They have an equivalent ferocity. Good thing you aren't a vegetarian. You are gratified to discover Nepeta appears to draw her roleplay line of devouring raw meat. You wonder if trolls could eat me raw. Eat me raw? Meat raw? Don't eat me raw. I don't want to be eaten. Or if it would make them sick. They definitely seem to be more natural predators than humans are, but again, most of them live in houses and eat cup noodles and play video games. You've never really met anybody like Nepeta.
Nope.
You watch her build a fire and then take yourself on a little trip to the mouth of the cave while she cuts up the meat and spears it. I can't read on the steaks to cook. You come back over to the fire when the meat looks a little bit less like flesh and more like food. Honestly, it shouldn't bother you. You've seen and been through so much worse. Guess the mind is strange and a many-layered beast.
There you are. I thought you'd run out into the waste like a big, awful idiot. It's dangerous out there.
Well, she went out there too. Although it's possible, she's dangerous too. That makes Nepeta smile. She still can't quite meet your eyes, but she's fidgeting with her gauntlets less than she was before.
So you really met Equius? Really?
A little close. She slides up close to you, almost too close to talk comfortably. You wonder if this is the first conversation she's had that ever wasn't through a computer screen. You tell her that yes, really, you met him. You spent a good amount of time with him too. Would you like a reminder of the milk pile?
That's incredible. I've never seen that silly guy hang out with anyone before. Except for maybe Whiskers.
Whiskers? Oh, you mean the best character. Yeah, you know her too.
Agree to disagree. Really?
You probably wouldn't be hanging out with her right now if she hadn't gone off to do some... Wait, you probably would be hanging out with her right now if she hadn't gone off to do some Antifa shit.
Fuck
with
yeah.
Terezi.
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I love her more now.
Fuck yeah. I like this timeline. I like it too. You know Terezi too? GC?
Oh yeah, for sure, does Nepeta? You're expecting her to exclaim and wag her imaginary tail. Instead, she goes quiet. Fat pops and sizzles in the fire. Across the cave, Pounce lets out a lazy squeak that sounds like it came from a much smaller cat. You ask Nepeta if everything is okay.
So, what you're saying is, you know all my friends.
Well, that's not exactly what you said. It's kind of creepy if you dwell on it, but you keep meeting people through other people. That's normal, right? Well, you did just happen upon Vrisk on a beach, and Aradia found you asleep in a field. You haven't asked Nepeta if she knows Aradia, but you're pretty sure that she does. Somehow. Slowly, she lifts her gaze from the flames and meets your eyes for the very first time. Maybe it's the firelight or the shadows gamboling on the walls. What is a gambol? Gamboling? What? She looks haunted, hollowed out and filled with something you can't name.
Who are you?
Nepeta may be goofy and playful and awkward. That doesn't make her an idiot, and you get the idea that treating her like one is a very good way to have a very bad time. I'm in physical pain. What is this? You wanted nonsense. This is nonsense.
Wait, what's putting you in physical pain?
I don't really understand either. This has been relatively normal.
What's wrong, babe? You barely touched your raw paunch.
Which, deflect seems like a good way to have a bad time. Do we want to have a bad time?
Do you want to have a bad time?
I mean, I'm already in for plenty of bad times upcoming, so I don't really want to have increase the bad times right now.
A bad time sounds like a good time. Sure it does. Yeah. That sounds some good vibes.
Yay, good vibes. Explain. You tell Nepeta that you don't know what you are, or even who you are. You certainly know better than you did a few volumes ago, but you think that you're an anomaly. You've crash-landed into someone else's story. Nepeta's still watching you carefully, muscles wound tight. She's ready to pounce. On the fire, the meat begins to blacken and burn, but neither of you say anything. There goes dinner.
Me and some friends were supposed to play a game. Different from the games we usually play. Even Equius was gonna play this time, and he usually hates games. But then the game didn't work.
Oh, right, you know about the game. She blinks at you.
I dream sometimes.
That's pretty normal.
Not normal dreams, dummy. At least I don't think that they are. I suppose that even if they aren't, I wouldn't have anything to compare them to. They are the only sort of dreams I've ever seen. I'm not sure what they are.
Yeah, this got very serious.
I see other Nepetas sometimes. Sometimes Pounce is there, and sometimes she's dead, and that always makes me very sad. I see my friends too. And other people I don't know, but who I think would be pretty good friends if I got a chance.
The bright, hopeful note in her voice digs deep at the center of you, plucking at your nerves like a cello string. It makes you so impossibly sad. You don't know why.
I don't see you, though. I don't think you fit in here. I don't.
Ouch.
I apologize. I didn't mean to make you feel bad. My dreams are possibly silly and don't mean anything.
She springs up from the fire and K down on Pounce. What? K down. Burying her hands and face
I love the animation.
in thick white fur. You get up and follow after her because what else do you do? You should probably give up on this particular round at this point. You've quite thoroughly killed the friendship mood with all this existential angst. Why does she live all the way out here anyway? Wouldn't it be better to live closer to all of her amazing friends? At least Equius. Even Terezi, who's definitely very weird, has a house. Admittedly, it's in a tree, but it still counts.
Oh, I'm used to when I was a regular. Or I think I did. A big, lovely house with windows and lots of furniture for Pounce to scratch.
Pounce closes her eyes and purrs.
But then, I don't know. Something happened. I remember fire and noise and lots of shouting. And then I was on Pounce's back and we were running for a very, very long time.
This one 15-minute segment of Nepeta is more interesting than her entire entry in the main story. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't remember them ever bringing this up in the original story.
This is new. This is all new.
Interesting. I think it was pretty terrible.
Nepeta's fingers tighten on Pounce's ruff.
Oh, I like it here.
You think back to a different olive blood girl in an oversized jacket who lived rough, and another who made her living with murder. In fact, you could see Nepeta growing up into much someone like Polypa. Sharper, meaner, all of her bright edges sanded off, her games transformed into a struggle for survival. Even now, sitting bathed in firelight, she looks tired. Every troll you've met carries the same exhaustion between their shoulders, even the high bloods to a certain extent. They're worn to the bone by the sheer weight of history and a future that promises more of the same. What does one do in the face of such insurmountable misery? How can you, a simple silent protagonist, ever begin to combat something so all-encompassing, so monstrous? Nepeta's waiting for you to trudge through your mandatory self-aggrandizing introspective interlude, so you do all you've ever claimed to do. You hold out a hand and wait for her to take it.
Wait, Zach. I know who we can fix this. Fan fiction! Oh my god!
Nepeta yelps and jumps an impressive 4 feet into the air. Fair, you were doing a dramatic gesture and forgot to prepare her for it. Sorry about that.
Where? Huh? This is...
Despite Equius' incredible strength and barely contained excitement, when he wraps Nepeta up in glistening, obscenely muscled arms, the embrace is the gentlest you've ever been witness to. Daw.
This is an incredibly unorthodox manner for a pair such as ourselves to become acquainted. I mean, it's better than them becoming acquainted by him finding her dead body. So, you know.
Yeah, but that's a little more normal. They're probably pretty prepared for that already. It's fine.
I apologize for this gaudy display of public affection. In your house? It is extremely unseemly of me.
The robots, they're always watching.
Okay, fair.
He isn't really in public right now. Actually, the opposite. You're the asshole who popped into his private living space with zero warning.
I suppose that's right. This is not the first time you have intruded on my space. Just let yourself in and out. How indecent.
Okay, dude, calm down. You're gonna get all sweaty.
I am always sweaty.
You remember this fact and have been made uncomfortable.
Equius, you're smooshing me! Oh.
Equius lets go, but he doesn't step away. He's looking at Nepeta like he can't quite believe she's real.
Are you real?
No. No, see, I wasn't gonna bring that up, because I just really didn't want to make it even more uncomfortable.
You also have a shipping wall? Don't worry about that. I think so. I don't know how I got here.
Don't worry about it. Just think of it as a reward for being such a very good kitty. Wow, is that a weird thing to say? That was pretty weird. You'd take it back, but Nepeta doesn't appear to have noticed you're fumbling. She's scampering around Equius in increasingly excited circles.
Look at her. Look at her.
Maybe you can't fix these kids' lives. Maybe you can't improve society. But when it comes down to it, you'll have the power to bring friends together, and damn it, you'll take it. Yay. Victory.
Aww.
Is that a Sims diamond? No, that's the shipping diamond.
Yes, because they're monorails.
Yeah, that's the one. Ha!
That's cute. That was cute.
All right, moving on. To Garbage Town. I didn't even look at what it's called.
You don't want to try and deflect and potentially make Nepeta, like, claw you to death?
I would rather not spend more time there right now.
Fair enough.
Much like Jade, you know? When you get to the ending of, like, oh, this makes you feel good and warm, why would you intentionally go back and delete it, you know? That would take some kind of a monstrous asshole, like, you know, I don't know. Somebody who would want to completely undo the ending of a great game and go back and kill everybody.
No, Moriel is the friend. What is the heart? What is the love one? Not Kisses, that's the spade. Fuck, I've already forgotten.
Auspice?
Matesprit.
Matesprit.
Auspice is...
Yeah, Matesprit's the heart, and Moriel's like best buds.
Yeah, Auspice is the clubs, which is the weird one. It
came from space.
Didn't it always? Wait, that's us! Because we're the alien.
So this is it. You think this Sollux guy is going to be a piece of grub cake. From what both Karkat and Kanai have told you, the poor guy recently got ghosted by his... girlfriend? Best friend? You're not quite sure what they were, and apparently neither do their friends.
Oh,
Patrol's
ghosted.
Friend seems to be as loaded of a word as a girlfriend. Was it Aradia?
Yeah, I think it was, yeah. I think they were dating. Yeah, I think they were dating and she died.
God damn it.
So them literally saying he got ghosted by his girlfriend is like, oh my god.
Regardless, from what you've managed to gather, they were quite close, and her ghosting him has had seriously emotional effects. Thing is, the guy sounds like a mess and looks like a loser, and boy, is he ready for you. He's been flying low for a while, and you're ready to scoop him up and baby feed him into the tenderest of worms directly into his mouth. Figuratively speaking, unless he's into that, then so are you, and you're fucking ready to do it, literally. Man, you got really, really into this very quickly. Out of all your mutual friends, Karkat has shown the most concern in the most backhanded of ways. Trapped in the throes of an extremely online sweepdom, he's been unable to tell Sollux he's worried. And so instead of having an honest conversation with a longtime friend, Karkat has arranged for an Alternian meet brute between the two of you. It's foolproof, which means it's you-proof. Karkat gave you an honestly frightening amount of detail on Sollux's everyday routine. The main difficulty is, he seldom leaves his hive. He's kind of an indoor boy. Today, though, you've gotten lucky. Sollux has made plans to see a friend, and you're going to casually bump into the guy and play out of all of Karkat's carefully curated plans, step by step, and befriend him. But first, he has to actually show up. For someone with such a rigid schedule, he's sure not great at sticking to it. So you're just left here, at an alien train station, sitting on an alien bench, and trying not to make eye contact with any of the aliens around you. Sure, they might be potential friends, but no. You're pretty sure that Sollux is the guy for you this time around. You know it the same way you've known everything else since this particular leg of your meandering journey has begun. It's gotta be Doc Scratch, right? That cue ball-looking motherfucker stole the memories of all your previous buddies, and stands to reason he stole the other ones too. In fact, Aradia helped you remember that he has just made you realize that there could be so many other things you forgot.
I really hope that Sollux's entire thing is just you waiting for him, and then he just shows up at the very end.
Bruh. Friends, you can't shake the feeling that you're still being used, that everything you do, every move you make, feeds back into some shitty mastermind's plan. You've tried zapping back to Doc Scratch's mansion, but you can't get there either. He's out of bounds. You've just defaulted to being your usual thing. Friend acquisition. You are playing into someone else's hands, you just know it, but the alternative is to just do nothing. Sit quietly in a room, alone, and not have any contact with anyone. God, that sounds great. And who knows if that is exactly what Doc Scratch wants you to do in the first place. It's really hard to do anything at all the time. Anyway, Sollux, you've heard a lot about this dude, and you're certain that he's heard all about you. How could he not? You are basically best friends with everybody he knows. You are an unstoppable friending force. Oh fuck, there he is! He's pretty much exactly the way you imagine. How did Karkat put it? A skinny fuck and a total loser who would be utterly lost without Karkat's devotion and guidance? Yeah, just like that. See, Mew, I told you I knew this guy's horns. What should you do? The time isn't right. You decide to hang back and wait a little longer. You stand on the platform a few polite feet away from him before a train pulls up and you see Sollux take a furtive peek inside before walking back onto the platform. That's interesting. A second train comes in and he seems to deem this one worthy and hops in. You count to 10 before rushing in. The car is almost empty. It's just you, Sollux, and a pile of blankets in a corner. The inside of the car is bee-themed. Man, trolls really love bugs. Sollux takes a bench seat and puts his bag next to him so there's no chance anyone will sit down. Luckily for you, the one in front of him is still empty. They're all empty actually, so you just take it. There's something a little nostalgic about this setup. It feels like any minute now Sollux is going to ask you arbitrary questions that may affect some cosmetic choices in your life going forward. But he doesn't. In fact, Sollux's face remains totally neutral. All he does to acknowledge your presence
God damn it.
lift one single brow. The time you've spent near him may have been short so far, but the idea of him you've built in your head is quite strong. You've heard enough from his friends to know he's not bothered at all.
God damn it, I just realized the Animal Crossing joke. That's what they meant by the cosmetic thing.
I thought it was a reference to the past game, I forgot.
I thought that too, but I was like, wait, no, that came after this. And I realized, oh, no, they mean Animal Crossing.
However, if you didn't know better, you would say Sollux is emitting the energy of someone who walked into an empty bathroom and chose the most secluded stall only for someone else to walk in and choose the one next to his.
It's that fucking meme of the two guys in the urinals. It's just that meme.
Which is nonsense, because you do know better. All the secondhand knowledge you've got of this guy can't be wrong. He's doing what you've mentally dubbed his tsundere act. You keep staring.
Oh my god. These are the horns. Oh, why? Oh no!
I've speed talked through like 3 pages of a novel, and it ends up you keep staring. I wasn't ready for that.
Please. Wait, no. Have this.
Go ahead. I like the idea that we're just drooling. Time is just passing.
Can I help you, dude?
This isn't how you expected to introduce yourself, but you do it anyway.
Okay.
He pointedly pulls out his phone and doesn't look at you anymore. Okay, you're sensing that he needs some space. You pull out your own phone. What? Was there doubt that you had one because it hadn't been mentioned in a good 2/3 of this game? Ha! Silly. Little did you know the phone survived it all in your hoodie pocket. They truly don't make phones like this anymore. Sollux is holding his horizontal, which gives you the feeling he's playing a video game. Well, he's got you beaten you already. You don't have any games on yours. You decide to go through your messages and, wow, you had so many plans with so many of your friends and you went and disappeared on them. Fuck, they were all counting on you. Okay, you got this. Carcat's basically shown you this guy's entire games library, and you're gonna super casually bring up games he likes, no problem. There was a name on it that it really surprised you, but in hindsight it makes sense. Back at home, the game's still wildly popular. No one knows exactly where Minecraft came from, but fuck, everyone loves it.
I heard Miku made that one.
You loudly announce to absolutely fucking no one, because you're being so casual and friendly, that you love Minecraft. Every gamer knows that one, but you get no reaction. Fuck, this guy can probably tell you don't even know how to use a texture pack. That's fine, no harm done. You know he's also a huge fan of Attack Drone in solid state. You didn't have time to find anything about it on Gorgle, besides the fact that it was apparently staunchly anti-war. The guys making the games got away from it for a while before the Empire caught up with them, mostly because nobody actually understood what the fuck it was about. Name dropping it alone would surely be enough to show him what a badass gamer you are. Nothing. God. Group Stronghold 2? No? Fortnite? Damn, you were completely certain all these sick games would prove irresistible conversation topics.
Love how half of them are like weird, like app names based on like real properties, and then they're just fucking Fortnite.
Fortnite and Minecraft are everywhere.
They're
even
just
alien
universal.
planets.
Even aliens know. Damn it. You look sick. I don't actually give a fuck, but please don't puke on my shoes.
That startles you. Immediately, you reassure me you're fine.
It sounds like bullshit, but I'll believe it since I don't want to make this any more awkward. I'm solid.
Oh, you're surprised he changed his tune so fast.
You're that alien everyone's talking about, aren't you?
How did he know?
You've been messaging me for days, dude. And been totally weirdly invasive to me.
What, have you?
Have I? Whatever. I'm in a good mood today, so we're starting over.
Okay, this isn't that bad. You can do this. You introduce yourself over again and try to play off the fact that you know a creepy amount of insider knowledge about the guy.
I like his sharp teeth. Let's see what the big...
Hey, why you blabbing so loud? Being, can't you see I'm trying to sleep here? A small olive troll pops out from behind the blankets in the corner. Somehow this really shakes Sollux.
We need to leave immediately.
Why?
You don't understand. This guy here is going to die, and we're going to go with him if we don't get out right fucking now.
So what are you gonna do? There's nothing wrong. What are you talking about? You put your hand on Sollux's shoulder. There is nothing wrong. The train continues to shake.
Are you out of your mind? We have to...
The shaking stops as suddenly as it started. Both Sollux and the Sleepy Troll look around confused. Everything looks fine. Sleepy Troll just yawns and goes back under the blankets.
I don't understand. This isn't how things work. What did you do?
Who knows? You're not entirely sure what Sollux thought was going to happen. Is he okay?
No, I hear voices.
You hope he's getting the right help for that.
You know damn well I'm not. No, you recycled asswipe. The voices of the dead. Or more importantly, the imminently deceased. And I very clearly heard the voice of Blanket Troll right there. But now I don't? And that doesn't happen. That's never happened before.
I now understand why my Homestuck friend wore glasses like this. I'm learning too much. Oh, you're gonna learn so many things. Mew has decided, apparently, to take the unfortunate path of making her very first stream a Homestuck reading. In 2023, and I don't know what's gonna happen.
When is this so I can watch and help? If you want, of course.
Feel free to change that plan at any time. I'm as baffled as anybody was. Isn't this a good thing?
It's not bad.
What makes you happy to hear? You feel like you're finally making progress and getting through to him.
I'm glad my first stream was Brian losing his shit at the end of Xeno 3. I was forced into it.
It's not true. You volunteered to read it, and I don't know who the fuck twisted your arm into making it your stream.
God damn it. Sorry, I got really stressed for a moment. Don't let Ryan spell lies. I never take anything he says at face value. But fuck, this is awkward.
You reassure him it's fine. You enjoy the rest of the ride with him in mostly companionable silence. The train pulls into what seems to be the right stop as Sollux stands up.
You're friends with KN, right?
Kanaya? Oh yeah, you very eagerly nod.
Well, I'm headed her way if you're interested. You're nowhere near as annoying as Cheesy and KK made you sound.
Sollux smiles, and it's the first time you've seen him genuinely smile in your time together. You tell him that you would love to see Kanaya again. Wait, hold on. Teresi and Karka think you're annoying? He snorts.
No, they just described you honestly, and being how you are is part of your charm, I guess?
As long as he finds it charming too, you're okay with the backhanded compliment.
Dude, you've got to stop being so overeager. It's a little embarrassing. Moth and Delphi Sal are making me... But anyway, I hope you didn't have a happy breakfast.
Ryan and I made a deal for me to read it. I'm being held hostage at gunpoint, my nerds. I mean... That's still volunteering. I did not come up with this deal. Mew proposed. And I'm like, sure, I will watch 10 episodes of a show for you to read 8,000 pages. Seems like a little weighted deal here, but all right.
Wait, what show did she say you should watch?
Honeybee and Puppy Cat.
Oh.
Bee and Puppy Cat?
Yeah, I like that show.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's cute.
It is. Yeah, cute. Pretty Patrick can go to hell, though. Does he expect you to run there? You can teleport easily. You can get there fast.
That's nice, but we're gonna arrive with more stuff.
I hate this picture. This one's better. Before he's done talking, you're already in midair. You've been lifted by psionics before, but it's the first time you feel completely weightless. It's like gravity is completely forgotten. You have to answer to it. Hold up a half second. I'm gonna look for something that I'm not sure if I still have, but if I do, good time to show it off.
And then it didn't. How's everybody doing?
Where's my stuff? Alright, so this is my button
Jesus.
vest. This is what I collected and what I wore to cons. Most of the stuff that's on it is buttons of my own making, because I used to make and sell these at conventions. But then I started trading them for a while, and I've got a bunch of other people's stuff. And on here is also a handful of buttons that were made by a team I was on to try and make Homestuck into an anime. We failed. We were not the team that did it. But, like...
You did your best.
I did the Sollux, and I don't know if it's still on here. I see a Jade.
Yeah.
We got the Mayor.
Just speaking of,
oh god, terrible Gamzee. Ugh. Roxy. Mina. Really, Mina? Yeah, I guess. Ferezi. I don't know. The other one was kind of boring.
Yes, and speaking of which, I don't remember if I ever sent you the pictures of the booth that was selling all the like Homestuck stuff.
I don't think you did.
MagFest.
There's an Eridan. There's a Vriska. Vriska was the first one that I made. Hell yeah.
Of course it was. Nice.
Yeah, I got a Radia's Ancestor made by Kevin with a 7. That was one of the guys that worked on the animated Grump thing.
Ooh, nice.
Alex, where are you? There's a Dave. I did Dave too. Somebody else did John. Vriska's Ancestor. That is rusty. Like, it's literally got brown spots on it. I think the button is rusting. Kanaya's Ancestor, the only troll that actually had boobs. Sollux's Ancestor. Dirk. Rose. Carcat Sister. I don't think I have Sollux anymore, son of a bitch! I do have Panty and Stocking on here, which is good. I'll take those.
Nice.
Yeah! I don't have it. That sucks! Man, I really like the Sollux that I drew. Alright.
Sollux is neat.
Deal with that later.
They had an entire... Yeah, I just sent you the pictures of, like, the MagFest thing. They had an entire, like, Sollux meme pack of stickers, which was great. Which is why I was reminded of it just now.
Ooh.
I read it.
Nice little charms. Yay, the Vriska! Wow, that's a lot. And they were allowed to sell? I don't know, I guess when I was still in this vibe, there was a sort of community understanding that nobody was supposed to sell this shit. But I guess that time is long past.
Yeah, I mean, like, people sell, like, fan arts and, like, charms of, like, every other property. It's not like...
Yeah, it was just like a community or whatever. Like, Hussey was like, please don't do it for this. I'm just like an individual doing this. And everybody was like, okay, cool, we won't.
I don't remember that specifically, but no,
I definitely got approached a couple times. It's like, dude, you gotta stop.
Oh.
Anywho's it's.
Brace yourself, I refuse to slow down.
So you do. Everything around you becomes a blur. You know you're somewhere, but everything just looks like colors. Hey, remember Kanaya, who has the best art? Like, weirdly good, curvy, laxy-looking art?
And then there's Sollux, who looks like he tried to draw himself.
When the world sharpens back into view, you're in Kanai's hive. Sollux looks smug. Kanai looks from him to you and back again.
While I am happy you made a friend, I wish you had given me a warning. No offense.
None taken, but you're a little curious as to why you had to take the train over. Sollux seems like he could have easily flown here, so why?
Can't the dude just be super fucking jazzed about public transportation?
This Sollux is also way cooler than comic Sollux was.
Yeah, like, I'll give you that, yeah. Fuck the entire planet and its stupid fucking Hemo Spectra system, but at least a train can take you where you need to go for the most part.
Well, you can't say that the same runs true for where you're from, no.
He knows I will not open the door otherwise.
Wait, what? What?
Ken, you're really killing my vibe here. Completely harshing it. Well, I would think our friend would appreciate knowing that, while powerful, you are still developing young troll. And I would rather not have to mop your brains off my front door. You're really doing this again, Mario?
This one feels a touched fanoned. Yeah, I forgot about that term, but yeah, this was not written straight up by Hussey, so yeah, the vibe's a little different. Are those zodiac signs? They are, yeah, they have the 12 zodiac signs. And
yeah,
there's also like a fucking 100 other ones.
Yeah. God. What was your no? What was the like a lot of these are like kind of fan-in a bit, but like even then, like they still feel like in character. Sollux absolutely feels very much like, no, this is not what I remember.
Yeah, Sollux is a little too far. He's like, the joke about public transportation is like, hell yeah, but also just behaviorally, I'm like, yeah, you're not the same guy.
Yeah, as much as like, yeah, for all the other faults, like the other characters, like, no, this is what I remember the other characters being like, more or less. I don't know.
At least close enough. Like maybe a different artist or a different writer's style, but like, yeah, all the pieces are still here.
On last name basis, again, Solixander. Yes, we are doing this.
Being the naturally curious person that you are, you've amassed a good amount of troll anatomy knowledge by now. Thus far, weird alien brain anatomy has eluded you.
What happens is I have big brains that is almost as big as my... What happens is that when we were younger, Sollux would get really sleepy if he used his powers too much. Then KN found Gorgle, and found terms like dopamine, noradrenaline, and thiamine. Now she thinks she knows better than me. Sollux, please. I sent you the links. We both know the same amount. Yeah, whatever. I came to do a favor, so I decided I needed assistance for a change. Sollux, if you're going to make excuses, make good ones.
I'm now confused. Instead of being annoyed or embarrassed, Sollux seems delighted to hear Kanai's words. He already looks way more relaxed in his element than he was on the train.
So what's the problem this time? Where is it? Well, you see, the keyboard will not work. I just have no idea what happened.
Oh, is this the one that you broke when you were playing with Tavros?
Probably.
Kanai points to your computer. It's very clearly
how did you break it again?
Been cut in half. Most likely sawed in half. Very cleanly, you must add. Sollux looks like he's seriously considering what could have happened to this computer. Hello?
This bothers me on a spiritual level. It's like my computer's not working. Your keyboard has been sawed in half. You don't call IT support for that. Oh my god. Did you try turning it on and off? Naturally. I figured something like this would happen, so I came prepared. Oh no.
He pulls out some things from his bag, including what looks like an identical version of Kanai's computer. You think this may happen a lot. When he gets to work setting things up, Kanai takes you aside.
It just has another computer, okay. I am really impressed.
Yes, you are quite impressive.
I mean, Sollux has not been in his best recently. You see, we had what you may call a falling out in our friend group, which resulted in 3 serious injuries and 1 death.
So Tavros' legs, Aradia dead, Vriska's arm. What's the third one? Was that Terezi blind? No, I think that she just like, yeah, she was tricked into going outside and looking up, I think.
No, I thought she was mind controlled by Vriska to do that.
Maybe? Yeah.
I feel like that was like after the initial, well, I guess like overall, like it was a series of events that culminated in that. So yeah, that was probably what it was. Yeah, I don't think it was one specific incident, but okay. The details of which are not mine to share. But you
mind control her into staring at the sun as revenge. So then that means it is related to her losing the arm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. In my mind, I was like, it was like later, but yeah. No. Details of which are not mine to share. But Sollux was used in a rather heinous way. I do remember something like that. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I do remember he was used. I did not distance myself in any way from the troll who caused all of this. And Sollux, in a very Sollux fashion, blamed himself and withdrew from all his friends. And when he started talking again, he still refused to engage me in conversation. Vriska throws Tavros off a cliff.
Keep going, we'll read later.
Yeah, until he finally acknowledged my medical condition.
Oh boy, and I hadn't mentioned a medical condition up until this point. You hope you haven't accidentally made her overexert herself or been rude in any way. You wonder if it's okay to ask?
I can see you are interested in what my condition is. It is quite serious and frustrating at times, but I have stopped blaming myself for it, and just accepted it as a part of my life.
You nod. You are overall a rather healthy individual. You tend to get injured on a bi-weekly basis, but somehow always miraculously come out of it just fine. You truly are one lucky son of a bitch.
It is still a little embarrassing to admit.
You tell her that she's your friend. You will not judge her at all. In fact, you want to take a moment to appreciate her for not judging you. She definitely has it more together than you do. She smiles one of the warmest smiles she's given you.
Very well.
Oh, that smile. When you have like a stone-cold bitch-faced friend that genuinely smiles, it's like, oh, it's like a puppy. It's like a rainbow.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot Sollux has lasers.
Keep going. Read later.
Whatever. I'm not proud of this, but I am... My medical condition is that I am bulge cursed.
Wait.
You're what now? By Vriska.
Say it.
Vriska.
Read it.
Vriska cursed my bulge.
You gay better. Holy shit.
Thank you. I've learned to live with it.
I don't know what this means. Kanaya, God, you are just so sorry about this.
I'm joking. I'm making a joke. About my crush on Vriska being a medical condition. I thought it would bring a bit of levity to the situation, but you just look so concerned.
You tell Kanaya that her sarcasm face looks a lot like her normal face.
Yes, people have told me that before.
Alright, now I can go back.
I'm not gonna type the whole thing out, but like, Vriska curse my bulge could also apply to Ryan, I feel.
I hate the dialogue spelling. Yeah, Sollux is probably like one of the worst quirks. Sollux and Gansey both suck. They suck a lot. Vriska mind controller and staring into the sun. So what was the sequence of events? Vriska throws Tavros off a cliff. Aradia sends Ghost to haunt Vriska. Vriska mind controls Sollux into lasering Aradia to death. And then something makes Vriska's magic cue ball explode, and that's when Vriska mind controls Terezi. Maybe the ghost did it.
Terezi told Doc Scratch she had it, which caused him to blow it up.
Okay. My little brother peeked into my room and said pest request and then just shook his head. Weird that your little brother knows more about this thing from before your time than you do.
Kids these days. Oh, yes, people have told me that. I did read it, but okay.
Yeah, I was just...
Okay.
Sollux chooses that moment to slide back in.
Thanks. It's all set. Thank you. I added something that you've been bothering me about for a while.
They move towards the computer, and you can't see the screen from where you are, but you can see Kanai's face light up at whatever they're looking at.
Oh, Sollux. I know you did not want to share these pictures, I hope. I hope I did not push too far. No, you didn't. It was just being a stupid fuck, I don't know. I was just being a stupid fuck. I don't know why I was so hung up on it. I'm 6. Now I'm technically an adult. No. Not really, but thank you. It means a lot to me. Yeah, whatever. We both look like stupid grubs in these pictures.
That immediately grabs your attention.
Well, we were quite young.
You try moving closer to take a peek, but Kanai throws you an absolutely murderous look. Whatever embarrassing child memory lane they're going down, it seems that it's deeply personal to Sollux. For once in your life, you mind your own business.
She's the one with the chainsaw, don't fuck with her. It's kinda awkward to see myself like that. What the fuck am I wearing? It was very fashionable for the time. I would know I had it made for you. Not you or the fashion, it's just...
Picking up on his discomfort, Kanaya saves the day before you can butt in.
Focus more on what you had done to your own hair. Alexander, what had you been thinking when you did that? Hey!
After a few more minutes of reminiscing, they move away from the computer and back to where you're standing. You hope they both appreciate you staying in your own lane.
Anyway, I have to say, I am rather surprised to see you as company. Yeah, I guess I got my whole lone bark beast reputation to keep, but what can I say? Is that why Miss Pisces keeps bringing up the delightful conversation you two are having? Well, I got big fucking news. Turns out she's not as boring as I thought she'd be. It's going.
Pisces. Was that...
Peppery.
Peppery, that's what.
Going where?
Sollux shrugs.
It's just going?
She is in agreement, but decides to drop it. It's funny for you to think that this guy was a complete loser. He seemed to have more game than the average gamer. A stealth Chad, in a way. Wait, hold on. Why does Kanai get to introduce Sollux to someone, but Karkat has to come up with an incredibly convoluted plan for you two to meet?
No offense to you or KK, but KK has no filter on who he lets into his life. Yeah, no offense.
You feel like you may start taking actual offense. They're both giving you a very disgusted look.
Hate me, new people. Do I look like I know what the fuck a cave is? Bitch, I'll kill you. No, you will not. No, I won't. The meme. Man. Okay.
She smiles pleasantly. You feel a little bit like an outsider, like you're missing some history between them, but you can't help but feel a little warm on the inside at the sight of friendship.
Anyway, we should leave soon. Why? I thought you were going to stay the day. It is a rather long journey. It's whatever. I left some shit running that I need to check. Gone.
Hacker shit? Hacker shit?
Of course not. Well, very well. At least let me get a couple of shirts I fixed for you. And if you would be kind enough to drop a couple of things at the drone office. I fixed a sweater for Karkat. Yeah, no problem.
The moment Kanai steps away, Sollux is in your face.
So, we're not staying over because you're obviously not sick, and having you over for a sleepover would be fucking weird.
You can't argue with that.
But also, you seem okay. I wouldn't mind spending more time with you, which is something I don't tell everybody.
Yeah, this is not Sollux.
There's a frozen muscle beast nectar place near the drone office. Yeah, it's not. We can go there.
Oh, fuck. Oh, yes, it's a friend date. This was...
Whatever.
Alright. Let's just move on. I don't really know how to respond to that, which was kind of the fanfictioniest of this whole thing so far. Okay. So, now I'm actually kind of concerned. Like, is somebody seriously going to try and twist Eridan into being an okay guy? I can't accept if that's gonna happen.
God.
Fight me, fuckboy. Alright, that's a pretty good,
It is a good title. It is a good title.
Pretty good first impression.
A good bad at first. Good, yeah.
Looks like you're back on the beach,
Boy.
prowling around like you're looking for lost coins and trash with a metal detector, except you're looking for friends and people whose lives you can make a little bit better with your reality warping powers. Come to think of it, maybe you should be looking for lost coins. You're not exactly made of money right now, to say the least. Alright, good art, good art. That's a sold expression right there. You look up and see a fishy dude sitting sadly on the shore. Not fishy in the sense that he's suspicious, but in the sense that he has fins on his face. He's definitely a little fishy in the other sense, too. What the fuck is this music?
Terrible. Like Eridan.
They got a good artist on Eridan, alright? Briscoe was a little lacking, but this guy's good. After a few seconds, he heaves an exaggerated sigh and turns his head in your direction. It seems his brooding has been paused momentarily.
Hey. You over there. Yeah, I'm talking to you. The one looking around to see if there's anyone else I'm talking to when you're literally the only other person around for miles. Yes, thank you for pointing to yourself. Are you that alien friend slut everyone keeps talking about?
Friend slut? Wow. You tell the guy that yes, you are the friend slut. It's you. It's basically exactly what you are. It's what you do. You slut for friends. You ask him who called you that in the first place. You're gonna need to thank them for giving you such apt terminology with which to describe yourself. Was it Sollux? You'd bet a lot of money that it was Sollux.
Probably. No, it wasn't fucking Sollux, God.
Sollux was uncharacteristically cool, actually.
Yeah. Like, canon Sollux would've, but... Geez, you really are a hyperactive little bulge muncher, aren't you? No, that was something I came up with for myself.
Yeah, alright, he definitely sucks. And this sucky music is helping. I feel like he's genuinely going to suck.
I hope. God, I hope he's...
I hope he sucks.
I'm so excited for him to suck. God damn. After hearing everyone talk about you and shower you with praise on Trollian. I'm Eridan, by the way. I'm very rich and very important around here. And by that, I mean on this planet.
Wow, you sincerely thank Eridan for his nicknaming services. Something tells you that this guy might actually kind of suck, though.
What was your everything hint? God, I suck. My moral kisses is both spontaneously realize how much of an ungrateful piece of pearl garbage I am recently. And they dumped the hell out of me. Ripped my damn heart out like it was part of a grisly offering to the gods.
Eridan turns a dramatic eye to the ocean. Oh, it's time for a feelings jam. Fuck yeah, you can't believe your luck in running into the one motherfucker on this planet desperate enough to just tell a complete stranger all his troubles. It's giving you the perfect ammo. Ammo with which to pierce his heart with, like, you know, the power of friendship or something.
So I'm, like, going through a lot at the moment because, honestly, at this point, I'm feeling pretty worthless. Nobody wants to deal with me, or date me, or hate me. Nobody's gonna put up with my unending tidal wave of bullshit, so what even is the point anymore? Nobody wants to be my friend, and I don't blame them.
You're not getting any sympathy out of me. You're a piece of shit. That's not true.
Yeah, no.
You want to say, no, you want to scream out so loud that the entire length of the beach reverberates with your declaration. Against all better judgment, you want to be his friend. You want to comfort this broken-hearted fish boy. There's definitely something wrong with you.
Yeah. Got Doc Powers Scratch. Doc Scratch's powers are just like going into overdrive right now to like force you to wanting to talk to him. You're just gonna stare at me like that? Listen, I don't do this shit for free. Open up in front of other people I've never met. I mean, people pay good money for this shit.
Oh, he's got an OnlyFans. He's trying to charge you for emotional clarity.
A trolley fans? We all hate you, Eridan, platonically. Fuck off. The good melodramatic Empora wallowing from yours truly usually costs a fucking premium.
Oh. What?
Yeah, woe is me, etc., etc. Listen, are you gonna give me the cash or what?
This guy can't be fucking serious. Why is someone this rich asking you for money?
Oh yeah, I'm the slut here. Look, a guy can have hobbies, okay? Sometimes that means taking money from poor people because they saw me when I was having one of my bigger moods. Only trolls. You understand, right? Awesome, please pay me for listening to my problems. He's a slut, he's a bitch.
I'm not clever enough to make the connection, but I'm sure that there are people that do this for real, and I hate them. They're garbage. You're starting to get an idea of why people might have gotten sick enough of this guy to dump him without remorse. Calmly, you let Eridan know that you are, simply put, broke as hell.
Well, that ain't my problem. I'll tell you what. If you can't compensate me with cash, maybe we could find an alternative method of payment.
Oh god, no. Oh god, no. Oh god, no.
No, shut the fuck up. I'm not talking about anything dirty or heinous or anything. Give me a little bit of fucking credit.
Why would I? What have you done to earn any credit? You're a piece of shit.
Listen, I'm still messed up over Fef and Frisk breaking my heart as carelessly as a perp beast knocking over a wine glass shattering into a million pieces. No credit, you get no credit. If you couldn't tell by my beach gazing, I'm very lonely. What I want is for you to accompany me on a little friendly outing.
Oh. Is that all? Because honestly, you would have tried to get him to do anything like that without any sort of silly prompting on his part, much less actual emotional extortion. The guy might be even more desperate for friendship than you at your worst. But you say sure, you're absolutely down to do anything with him.
Really? Oh, that's awesome.
What is that face? What is that face? You asked me for a favor, and I say yes, and you're like, God.
That's awesome.
Oh.
I think that's him being genuinely sincere, and I hate it.
Eridan tries to crack a light smile, and fails.
Well, I think I'll let you decide what we should do together on our little friend date. After all, you're the expert in this, so I'll go anywhere you think of. You have an infinity of choices to choose from here.
Hot damn, really? You haven't been this overwhelmed with choices everywhere. You can choose to go anywhere in this rich fish bastard. That's... Okay, maybe having infinite choices is too much. You have to narrow it down. But you certainly have more options than usual. Or maybe you could just ask him where he wants to go. You decide. I have 7 options.
That's too many. Stolen art museum, stay at this beach, watch movie, teleport to Earth, head to the anime store, find a graveyard. Teleport his ass to Earth.
Yes.
Oh my god, are you alright?
Yes, I'm leaning towards Earth as well.
Okay. Well, that's where you want to go. That's fine, I guess.
Eridan's frown morphs into a bigger frown. It's clearly not fine for him.
Listen, forget this whole thing, actually. I think that maybe we just aren't meant to be friends. Given that you couldn't anticipate my needs when you made your decision so carelessly.
What the fuck? You thought he was insisting on doing what you wanted. You were completely fine with letting him. Oh, goddammit, he's leaving already before you even said anything. You stop paying attention for one freaking text box, and this is what happens. He's moping his way across the beach, away from you like a humongous tool. Maybe it was for the best. He was giving you some soft zebra vibes, if you're being honest. For once, you don't feel much regret for leaving a guy off your friends list. Alright, shall we move on?
Yeah. Honestly, this is like, I'm just like, yep, I'm totally okay with just like leaving it there. I'm not even remotely.
Just first option to fail, and everybody's like, yeah, all right. Had enough of that douche.
Oh my god, he is saying game over. He is saying it out loud. God damn it, this fucking guy.
Self-voicing disabled.
Oh my god.
Self-voicing disabled.
I could turn on a fucking auto reader.
Self-voicing disabled.
I didn't Huh.
I have to try that again. Like, we had 7 choices.
Yeah, I'm going to assume the right choice is asking him what he wants.
Self-voicing enabled. Although, he's definitely a little fishy in the other sense, too.
It's just a robo reader.
After a few seconds, trolling, Caligula's aquarium, hey.
Oh god.
It reads every textbook.
Trolling, Caligula's aquarium,
God!
you over there.
Okay, you know what? I get the feeling that this probably isn't for a goof. That's probably actually an accessibility thing, so I'm not gonna mock it.
It's probably it's probably like a genuine accessibility thing. But even then, that's a bit like, that's a bit excessive. But okay.
Okay. So teleport to Earth didn't work. I'm gonna, out of 7 options, I'm gonna give us 3 tries, and then we move the fuck on.
You need to know who's talking. That's fair. I was kind of hoping they would give him different voices, but
yeah, there was a piece of me that was holding out hope, but oh well.
My choice would just ask them, but I also saw somebody else say anime store.
Anime store, all right.
Earlier. That's where I want to go. That's fine. Yeah, okay, that's.
He just says the same thing again.
That's fine.
So is this really just going to be like every one of them is exactly the same response? Yeah.
It looks like it.
Oh wait, a movie got a yes.
Hell yes. Hell fucking yes. You know what is up.
Okay, now I'm going to ask him what he wants to do.
I already told you, go where you want to go.
God damn it, you were hoping he'd pick up on your lack of clarity on the best decision. Does he really not have anywhere in particular he wants to go? Surely it doesn't matter what you pick if he's being so insistent on letting you choose. What if I click that again? Nah, he's just repeating it. Okay, so, Stolen Art Museum, stay at this beach and watch movie. I'm really curious what the other ones will do. Stolen Art Museum is a failure. Stay at this beach. That's where he wants to go.
Watch a movie.
Yeah, that's it. That's all he wants to do.
I mean, I guess.
Okay.
We are totally in fucking sync.
You're not sure if that's a compliment or an insult.
No, see, I already have movie tickets. And had them for like a month. And was planning on going in a few minutes from now anyways. So clearly we were destined to be together as lifelong fucking pals.
I really don't like this face, man.
Because you knew exactly what we were always going to do.
You're sorry, he had movie tickets the whole time? Why didn't he say so?
Oh, you know.
You don't know. What the fuck, dude? You're a little miffed that he was just expecting you to know what he wanted this whole time. But you're not letting it get to you. You're definitely letting it get to you.
I'm moving on. Let's get the show on the fucking road. I'm calling up the airship right now. We can take a nice little scenic route to watch the planet renowned classic known as Shrek 2.
Shrek 2 was not bad.
Alright. What do you say?
Your eyes widen a little, and your body instinctively makes a spit take motion. You're sorry, Shrek 2? Classic? Finally, someone speaking your fucking language! It's an unironic masterpiece that... Suddenly, a hazy memory pops into your head of Shrek and Eridan standing side by side in a desert, surrounded by the black void of a cracked sky, and just as quickly as it pops into your head, it disappears. Oh boy, what the fuck is that? Is your mind playing tricks on you? Was Eridan smiling just then? You're not entirely sure why that stuck out to you. This vision was so out of place that, were it not for a radio, you just start thinking none of your vague mass memories were real. In fact, it probably makes you doubt that any of what you're experiencing is real, and yet it strikes you as ever familiar. Is there something else that you forgot somehow? You refocus on your surrounding. Suddenly, you're on an airship deck, and Eridan is walking in front of you towards the bridge of that ship. Holy fuck, this airship is huge, you say, and also when did you get here?
You walked on it like any bipedal quadruped? quadrupedal or septipedal alien would. What are you talking about? I blocked the memory of that actual canon moment out of my brain. Wait, I'm sorry, what now?
Shrek was making you all disassociate.
Oh, God.
Play along. Just keep going. Don't think about it too much.
Oh, no. Oh, God, I looked it up.
I will not. Read the line.
Sorry, I need a minute. Sorry, I think I just disassociated for a second after seeing that fucking. Anyways, sorry, where am I? Oh, okay, fine, fuck it. I'll just say it again.
Why are there so many?
Why are there so many? What?
No.
Did you also look it up?
No! Continue.
Welcome to the airship de Ampora. It's practically my second or third home, and basically it's fucking incredible in every conceivable way.
No kidding. The airship could probably fit a few city blocks on it, buildings and all. Hell, it looks like it could fit at least 3 more conventional, less airborne ships on it. You'd probably get tired walking from end to end on the damn thing if you couldn't teleport. You and Eridan mosey on over to the dressing room of the airship. The room is filled with a surprisingly wide variety of outfits, from various capes to casual t-shirts to flarp cosplay. Well, there's a ton of shit in here. There's a pile of ornate sticks in the corner, too. You wonder...
Don't touch my wand pile, by the way. They don't do anything. Since magic is fake as shit, after all.
You resist the urge to laugh in his face? Of course magic is real!
Those are all just confiscations that I confiscated from unscrupulous lowbloods in a store with my many stacks of cash given to the owner. Definitely not something I like having here.
You could have stopped talking like 4 lines ago, dude.
You could have stopped talking like You could have stopped talking like at the beginning of this chapter.
When you came out the egg, yeah.
Yeah.
Your eyes wander a little bit more around the room, and besides the elaborate costumes with crazy labels, angsting ensemble, really? You see a lot of really fancy dresses. They look pretty neat. You kind of want to put one on. It's about time for you to add another fan art generating attire to your wardrobe.
Hell no, those dresses are mine.
Wait, really? You're a little surprised. You knew he had a sense of fashion, but you didn't know his taste was so good. The dresses look so pristine, you ask him if he's ever put them on himself before, or if he just keeps them here to look nice.
Of course I put those on before. Just... they're private use only, you know? And before I get the wrong idea, no, I'm not, like, thinking about my gender or anything like that.
That's a good thing. That's a good warning, like, stick to plant down, because... wow, this fandom in particular will run wild with that.
Yeah, but also I just don't care. When I put them on, I just feel nice and breezy and shit. I mean, let's be real, gender's more or less fake as hell mess that puts unnecessary restraints on people's lives anyway. Don't make me agree with you.
All right, so just immediately...
It's just so arbitrary, you know what I'm saying.
Gotcha, okay, cool, so...
To nobody's practical benefit, I might add. And it's not even like there were trolls who were assigned differently at birth, even Bagalon a time ago. Point is, the concept of gender is a straight binary. It isn't I'm just like, it's just flat out, I'm not even like trying, it's just flat out wrong. And I think it's honestly really kind of fucked up.
Remember when his whole deal was genociding the land dwellers? Yeah, I think they fucked him up too. He's still a piece of shit, but for different reasons.
Especially since people go out and say it's a stone set immutable fucking law, just using it to divide people up and flaunt their superiority. Clearly not something you would do.
There's something in Eridan's voice that makes it clear he spent a lot of time thinking about this stuff. Something about the way he's recounting it all that makes you think he didn't learn this sort of stuff to impress people or appear woke, as the kids say. Or for any reason besides the subject factoring into his personal development in some way. Maybe he isn't so bad. No, he is. No, he definitely is.
Anyways, let's talk about the emo spectrum. Anyone lower than yellow's gutter blood trash that probably doesn't deserve the hard life they live.
Oh, so he's still classist as fuck. Gotcha.
Which is why I've planned so many raids on their neighborhoods on this very airship and spent so much time sniping leaks in air and shooting holes into low blood feet. There he is. That'll show them to have less satisfactory essences coursing through their veins.
You immediately fall to your knees and start throwing up on the floor.
Damn, you lasted a lot longer than I would have.
You quickly reassure Eridan that you didn't unceremoniously barf over all his likely priceless carpet in response to his overwhelmingly classist sentiments and conflicting, almost hypocritical viewpoints at different hierarchical power structures. No, you just puke your guts out for some other, completely different reason. It was probably just something in the air that smelled. Something's probably just full of shit, yeah!
Whatever you say, I guess.
You decide to hit the conversational go back button and challenge Eridan on the much more interesting topic that came up. Why isn't he very public as an ally if he's so fascinated with the subject of gender?
What, are you kidding? I'm not an ally, I haven't fucking done anything. Even if I were, I don't know if you've noticed from my whole quadrant situation, but people know and hate me. It's like I've been such a relentless flirt that it's become policy at some theaters and restaurants for employees to stab specifically Eridan and Pora in the hand if I annoy them. Which isn't too big a deal, because Pile of Bloods like me are pretty fucking sturdy, but I suck, and I bet half of this whole planet knows it.
Real Eridan wouldn't know that he sucked either, did he? Or he would vehemently deny it? Was he self-hating? I can't remember.
He might have been to an extent, but it might have also just been like in a bit of like, God, I like in that sense of like just
Pity
saying
me?
how much he's, yeah, basically, yeah, self-martyring himself. Yeah, I think that was him, to the extent that like I openly supported something like the destigmatizing of gender non-conforming trolls that any existing groups would hate me, and anyone outside of those would use me as an excuse to deride the seriousness of it all. And I'm not going to be selfish about this thing in particular.
You didn't really think at all about like that. Even then, surely it wouldn't be as bad as Eridan thinks, right? Why is so much of his story about this not complete? This. It doesn't. I'm so pulled out.
Yeah, like. Yeah. This really is just like the past request session where you're just like, this character sucks, and I'm just like, yeah, actually. Because they could never have made it work with the real Eridan, literal genocidal maniac.
Like,
yeah, I guess.
I'm like very prepared for this character to suck, and then it's like, actually, we're completely gonna rewrite them into something that's less suck. And I'm like, sucks!
Like, yeah. I mean, you have to be friends with them, technically. Stupid. I know. Don't. We'll get through it together, buddy. I promise. Holding hands. We can punch him in the face afterwards. Comfortable with it, even. At least it means someone's thinking about me.
There's a palpable loneliness in his words. Maybe this is why he's so desperate all the time.
Anyways, let's talk about something else. Like Sollux. Do you know if he has the rumored and highly sought after double bulge or not? Just curious.
What?
Fuck it, I'll ask him myself.
Before you could say anything else to dissuade him from simultaneously being a huge creepy asshole to one of his friends and possibly unraveling one of the most unnecessary mysteries of troll biology, Eridan whips out a palm husk and starts frantically dialing in some numbers with extreme precision.
Hey. God, even his phone looks like a...
Yeah.
For fuck's sake, this better not be about your ex again. Didn't I tell you 1,000,000 times to stop talking to me already? First of all, don't rub it in about Fef piss blood. I can come to your house and put a bullet through your skull. Second of all, no, I'm here to ask something else. Do you have a fucking double bulge? Wow, what the fuck?
You kind of hate this conversation. When you look at Eridan, you get the feeling that despite initiating it, he kind of does too. He's pacing around frantically.
I've heard the rumors, pal.
We all hate this.
First off, not your pal. Second of all, what makes you think I don't have a triple bulge? Fuck off. Listen, we aren't unraveling this mystery for a couple sweeps at least. It's way too fucking funny to do that. You are way too goddamn lame. Why do I even talk to you? You should be fucking ecstatic that I graced you with my effervescent goddamn phone presence. You mean palm husk? What the fuck ever, dude? Cranky because I'm fucking irresistible, aren't you? Fuck you. Ever since the apocalypse got fucking canceled, you turned into this completely moronic e-boy, and it's driving me out of my goddamn mind.
That's true. Maybe there's something worn into this where it's like, the further away we get from where things clearly erupted, the weirder they're getting. Part of me really hopes that's it.
Lamau, do you even know what an e-boy is? I bet you're just mad because you got cut by me super hard. What? Yeah, I've been making out with FF for the last 30 minutes now.
What is this?
What? Hey, Sollux, who are you talking to?
Yeah, that's,
Hey, Sollux, who are you talking to? Yeah, that's her. An entitled sub. Fuck that for the phone, you quadruple horn dick shitter. Oh, are you finally making fish puns? Definitely making some kind of pun right now, yeah. Listen, you stupid motherfucker, next time I see you, I will kill you. Really now, you're really murderous today, or just trying to get your daily negging it on me? Listen, oh, so this the whole ass mess now. I'm gonna head over to that airship you keep driving around the neighborhood in two hours. Get your dumb ass over there and fight me, fuckboy.
Yay, the title! You hear a peep from the phone. Sollux hung up. Eridan's face softens from an expression of rage and anger into one of tranquility and calm before he starts to laugh a little.
Holy shit, I'm gonna get my ass kicked. This is a date I'm about to go on, wow.
You put a hand on his back and congratulate him. He seems as anguished as he is ecstatic from the moment. Somehow he's completely changed his demeanor from when he was talking to Sollux. It's like he was playing up his awfulness? He starts mumbling to himself about what he's going to do and say to Sollux when he gets there. A lot of it sounds pretty rude, but also rather performative, like what a wrestler says when they have a fictional beef. You decide to take this opportunity to snatch a cape. Gotta update your ever-growing wardrobe. Some time passes and you make your way to the airship deck with Eridan, who's having trouble keeping his face from cracking into a smile, or at least the closest expression you've seen to him having one. Hi, you again. Sollux hovers in front of you, a couple dozen feet above. When you look up at him, his face contorts into something more akin to a snarl, and red and blue energy starts crackling around his eyes like lightning.
Remember when I asked you to stop calling me? What? I've asked you literally 40 times to stop doing that, and so many other things, and you haven't listened. So I've decided I'm going to cut you out of my life one way or another. Understand?
You look at Eridan. He looks a little less ecstatic than he did before. He gazes directly at Sollux above him with a worried look on his face, shifting his general stance so that he can better keep his balance. You have a feeling this was way more than he bargained for. You look down to the ground and reflexively brace yourself for impact. You've felt combat psionics before with Asdaja, and that shit gets crazy fast. This is not a hate date, you dumb fuck. It's a good thing you did, because you hear a much louder crackle this time and look back up at Sollux, an aura now visibly enveloping his body. He's glowing red and blue, with lightning still energizing into existence inches away from his eyes. You feel the shockwaves of his pure psionic force weighing you down, making your legs feel like jelly every second. It's as if gravity itself is bowing down to Sollux.
No, wait. Hang on. Oh, fuck. I need the... Wait, go back to Sollux's screaming thing.
I just heard a small baby sound.
Oh, God. Alright. Come on now, is this all you fucking got?
Something about Eridan's feeble taunt tells you this is absolutely more than he bargained for. He's got a gun. Nevertheless, he pulls out his gun and aims it right at Sollux with completely unwarranted confidence. Sollux's psychokinetic force is so overwhelming that your legs give out and you hit the deck, stomach to the floor, knees to the ground, and ass in the air. Yeah, there's pretty much no way you can stop this. Sollux shoots fucking laser beams out of his eyes, and Eridan returns the favor with his own gun's laser, resulting in the most anime-ass beam struggle you've ever seen. The clash ends in a huge explosion of smoke that obscures everything from view. I recognize this melody.
It does sound familiar.
Defying the force of the blast, you zap up into the smoke to get a better look. You're quickly met with a vast array of shurikens spinning wildly through the air in front of you, towards Eridan, using the smoke as cover. Eridan blasts most of them away, but the largest lodges itself right in the barrel of his gun. As if to say nothing personal, jackass, Sollux flies out from behind, swiftly drop-kicking Eridan into a cannon, which seems to have been loaded with glitter? When Eridan crashes through the other side, he's collapsed covered in scrapes and confetti. He's bleeding less than you expected.
Nothing personal, jackass.
This whole thing is personal. You led with saying this is personal.
He's just trying to be cool because he's an asshole.
By the time Eridan gets up and dislodges the shuriken from his gun, Sollux disappeared from both your fields of view. Where the hell did he? You hear literal tons of rock crumbling from below. You look down and see nothing. You look left, right, behind you, all around, upwards. Ah, he's above you, pointing upward, levitating some kind of humongous... Is that a fucking shopping mall? Did he bring a shopping mall to a gunfight? That's that mall. Wait, it's that mall! The one where in an error timeline, Jiraiya pleaded with you to take her to Earth, way away from this hellish planet society, and into a world that was even the slightest bit less bleak. You lose yourself briefly in your thoughts. You couldn't help Jiraiya then, and now it'd be too easy. Now that it'd be easy to, fulfilling that one request is impossible yet again. It's so frustrating. You couldn't save Jiraiya. You couldn't save anyone. And maybe it's too late for you to do that, but maybe you've been fucking around too much today. Maybe, just maybe, there's someone you can save right now. The mall is massive, and if it collides with the ship from that high above, oh fuck, you gotta get out of here.
Gotta give you credit here, Saul. Nobody's ever tried to maul me with something so fucking big.
I agree, I think we should just leave.
Yep. What the fuck do you mean maul you? What does that even mean? Maul isn't a verb. No, hold on. Okay, see, we are thinking of two different words that sound the same. Wait. Wait. I literally could not care less.
Soul explains the thankfully abandoned mall directly at Eridan, with what must have been an ungodly amount of psychic force screaming his throat raw the entire time. I'm not doing that. It's now or never. You have to get off this ship. Eridan might be durable enough to survive getting drop kicked through salt and steel with nothing more than a couple scratches, but you're fragile. You'd probably die from tripping on the stairs wrong. You gotta watch out for the stairs, bro. But even then,
keeps fucking happening.
There's no way Eridan's getting out of this unscathed. Maybe you have time to save him. What should you do? It's too dangerous. Get off the ship without him. Fuck it. He'll be fine. If there's anything he needs help with right now, it's something a little bit deeper in his soul than the fact that he's being attacked by a building. You try to think of somewhere to zap. Anywhere. While you do this, you notice Eridan file a blast towards the shot ship from his gun, propelling him away from the center of impact. You, meanwhile, just need to get out of here as fast as your mind can take you. So you close your eyes, zap away, and feel your surroundings change. You find yourself in a wasteland. There's a ton of smoke in the distance, coming from what must have been the site of the airship's crash. You take solace in the fact that Sollux was cognizant enough of his surroundings that he chose not to send the ship crashing into a city full of people because of beef he had with one dude. After a bit of walking, you see the source of smoke in the distance. The wreckage is astonishing. There's sharp metal fragments and concrete pointing out in all directions. Standing in front of it all is Sollux. You frantically zap your way towards him and ask if he and Eridan are alright.
Well, that would throw a guy not to ask people about the shape of their bulge. Yeah, we're both fine. He's not dead.
Oh, thank God.
And for the record, I haven't actually made out with Fef or anything yet. That was just to rile him up.
You ask Sollux what Eridan did to him that was so bad he wanted to kill him.
Okay, first of all, definitely didn't want to kill him. Way too much of a hassle.
Throwing a maul is fine, but killing him is too much.
I would know if he was about to die anyways. Second of all, this asswipe calls me an ass-crack-a-cock and either spouts some high-blood superiority garbage he doesn't even believe, or complains about his love life. Basically every fucking day.
So what you're saying is throwing them all at Eridan was just meant to send a message?
Yeah, pretty much. You know, not long ago he actually tried to pay me lots of money to wiretap FF just to see if she ever talked about him.
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay.
Naturally, I took the money and didn't do that at all. Massive waste of time and energy, not to mention skeevy as fuck.
Yeah.
I actually told her about it because it was kind of hilariously pathetic. It's how we got talking in the first place. But enough about me. Why do you even care about this guy? I get your whole friend shtick, but he's not your responsibility nor mine.
Maybe he's right. Maybe it's not your job as a friend to make Eridan feel better or fix his problems or set him on the right track. That's probably why everyone gets sick of him. But, like, you're supposed to do something here for everyone. You can feel it. Like, you're supposed to smear your huge ass all over Destiny and say, eat my ass, Destiny. All these kids will get the chance to live good lives.
I mean, he has another airship, probably. It's fine. Well, Mal, you sure this isn't some kind of hero complex?
Maybe? Probably. You just wish Eridan could be a little bit less of a tool bag. Is that too much to ask? Yeah.
Well, I guess you can do whatever you want. I won't stop you. But he doesn't deserve this, you know?
Maybe not, but that doesn't change what you're going to try to do. You've got a lot to say to Eridan. You wave goodbye to Sollux and make your way around the field of rubble. Oh god, I thought we were really just going to let him...
Damn it!
I thought we were fleeing this!
God damn it!
There he is, sitting on some rocks.
Why did we pick the right option?
I tried to abandon the man!
I know! Fucking... That hurt like hell.
He's alive!
Of course I'm alive. I think I died just because I got a building thrown at me. Actually, if I didn't blast myself out of the way, I'd probably have been buried under a lot more rubble. I wouldn't have been able to take myself out. Sollux probably could have done that, but if he went this far to kill me, I really doubt he'd do that willingly. There's no way he hates me in a way that would lead to a decent collegialist relationship. I thought you're pretty close to biting the dust here, huh?
Yeah?
Hey, do you ever think to yourself that you have all the power you could ever want or need and every whim catered to with ease? And even despite all that, your happy moments are as fake as magic is? Maybe even more fake? There's no way I'm doing something. There's no way I'm not doing something wrong here. After all this, I can only wonder what you think of me. I'm just a scumbag who keeps setting himself up to fail, right?
No, don't have real fucking moments of self-reflection. This is not what we got, what we wanted on the fucking tin. We want to hate you. You ask him if he ever wants the truth, wondering aloud if he can even handle it.
Listen, I'm not going to be in any more pain than I'm in right now, having been dumped 3 consecutive times. And also get under several tons of concrete too, I guess. I could handle the fucking truth, so just give it to me. It's the genocide and the classism and the self-aggrandizing self-pity.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot that's awful there. In front of you, you see an absolutely hopeless moron who's achieved a station in life through no work of their own and just placed all his stock into social lies. He's cherry-picked the ones that have worked for him and rejected all the others. But what has that done for him? Absolutely nothing. Believing in this society has only ever hurt him. Maybe not in the same way it's hurt your other friends, but not even trolls at the top of the heap are immune to Alternia's brand of poison. He's 6 weeks old, who's ultimately just scared, lonely, and confused, someone who doesn't have to be hopeless, someone who can violently burn away all his failings and rise from the ashes like a phoenix who decided maybe this life has not be so fucking racist all the time.
Maybe.
So you tell Eridan to get up from his throne of wreckage on his sunken ship and start making his way to some pit stops of self-betterment before more people take grievance with him in a way that Sollux has. Then maybe he can tear down all the false hopes that comforted him through the sweeps.
Damn, Okay, not that this isn't surprisingly deep-cutting and helpful advisory reflection, but, like, there's no way I'm gonna remember all this. Gotta at least write this down or something.
Don't worry, this is a text-based game. There's definitely gonna be transcripts available online in a matter of hours.
Fucking... I'm gonna be honest here, I'm gonna have to ruminate on all this for a while. But I think I'm tired of being and feeling so awful, and I don't know where to even begin with myself. And I think that you might be asking a lot more of me than you think.
Life never stops asking a lot from you.
Fair point.
That's definitely going to be a long process. There's pretty much no way you can force feed the guy a redemption arc in the span of today. You'd be surprised if he still didn't suck a year from now. But even the shittiest kids can change a lot with a good push in the right direction. It may take their whole life.
Yeah, well, maybe he'll have that. Thanks for sticking by me. Even if only for today.
Of course. What else are...
Fuck.
Besides, your day with him isn't over.
Wait, what do you mean by that? After all this, you want to still spend time with me?
Absolutely not. No, not at all. I was joking. I'm trying to get under those rib cages and just, punch your kidneys. You take Eridan's hand and pull him up to his feet. After all, you two have a movie to watch.
This is my green popcorn.
I hate it. 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 I hate it.
Do we want to end with Feb, or do you want to just end it now, or end with February? I don't know what you want to do.
We can't end on that. There was no good feelings out of that. I'm more confused and upset at how they tried to make it good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like,
at least it's all ogre now.
Fef is gonna shut up. Fef is still gonna be like probably nothing special, but I mean, I thought the same about Aradia, and you know what? At least Fef isn't. I'm not expecting a garbage person, so being okay would, you know, not be a complete rewrite of the character.
Oh boy. Time to meet the Condens?
Yeah, like, all three today have been, like, really rewrites. Like,
well,
Nepeta was close, but they gave a bunch of stuff that was, like, just completely out of whole cloth.
Probably mostly because of the overall narrative of, like, we were supposed to, if we fucked up the narrative. Sollux was also very weird, and Eridan was just,
He's still insufferable. Still insufferable.
Yeah. They managed to make that part of him accurate, which made it weird that we still had to be friends with him. But whatever, it's ogre now.
Stop.
No.
It'd be too hard to do Nepeta without anything. There was very little to work with. That's true, yeah. She did have, like, a nothing burger of a character and a plot.
I won't deny that, but, like, I still thought she was neat.
As you've had occasions to remark before, Alternia is a dark world. Both because it's night all day long, and because of the hideously brutal society where the strong prey on the weak, and the weak prey on the weaker, and all this preying only ends when the survivors are shipped out to prey on everyone else in the galaxy. Alternia's cruelty has been on your mind for a long time, but recently it's begun to feel intolerable. You decide to take a walk in the woods to calm yourself, but it seems that with every step your mood only grows darker, your agitation greater. As you walk, you remember the names of Alternian friends who have fallen to the planet's injustices, and your mood goes from bad to worse. You've been waiting around like a spoiled, self-centered narrative device for a lightning bolt of illumination to reveal your reason for living, to explain your peculiar and insatiable hunger for friendship, and now to show you the destiny attached to it. You think you know who caused this, but why? You've been sitting here like a child waiting for a teacher to explain the answer to a difficult math question. Vriska and Terezi are arming up to change the world. And what are you doing? Your usual bullshit. You're thinking. You're navel-gazing. And then with a sudden blinding clarity you understand. Vriska's right. Terezi's right. The answer is revolution. Who gives a shit? Who cares what some big dumb universe thinks your destiny should be? You'll take Dream Boulder's advice and change your own fate. Choose your own fate. Take the answer to the meaning of life into your own hands. Set your own course. The gods, the fates, the universe, whoever will have to jump back pretty sharply because your direction is clear to you. At last, your agitation turns to indignation, and your indignation to ferocity, and I have no water. Nowhere nearby. Nowhere, I have 5 cups near me, and they're all empty.
You're one of those guys, huh? God, I just love the ears. I just love how her ears do that.
There's your stinky water. Your indignation to outrage, outrage to anger, anger to fury, fury to ferocity, ferocity to white-hot resolve. What's up, Jay?
I like that emote.
The horrors of this planet have got to stop, and you are feeling particularly dramatic today, doubtless due in part to the shift in narrative tone and general prose quality of this episode, so now is the time. Do not call out your own prose quality. It's been a lack.
Yeah.
Alternity's cruelty and violence have upset and shocked you since you arrived, but as more and more of the population suffering under these wrongs have become your personal friends, it has become unbearable. You've been wondering all along, who will make it stop? Now you know the answer. If you are the main character, then you have to be the one to get the ball rolling, and you've begun to suspect that you can't die for reasons seemingly tied to your function as a narrative device, so that's a bit of characterization you can bring to bear. No longer will you linger in the wings waiting for the narrative to summon you to heroics. With this momentous decision girding you for unstinting effort. What? You set your mind to the question of how to accomplish it. You start by making an inventory of the strengths and weaknesses you possess and can bring to bear on the task. Strengths. 1. Experience drumming up friendship in the most unlikely situations. 2. Ability to travel instantaneously anywhere you want to go. Weaknesses. Everything else. This helpful mental exercise clarifies matters significantly. You can see clearly the only way for a single humble being such as yourself to change Alternia is to go directly to the point of maximum leverage. In other words, straight to the top. You'll need both of your resources in this quest. You'll need to travel superhumanly and superliminally into the immediate company of Alternia's ruler and throw your full friendship game with them. With the objective of persuading them to initiate reforms, change rules, and set the planet on a course to civilization. But your darting intellect realizes something else. It won't be easy. The ruler of a world such as Alternia must be fearsome, fell creature, a monster of no ordinary loathsomeness and cruelty. Oh yeah, I just remembered something. I wanted to add in another, another couple of, rewards. At least one. And yeah, I'm absolutely just going to pause the stream for a half second here in the middle of a monologue.
Okay.
How do I add? Add new. There we go. I'm absolutely just stealing more things from Moth, but also, in my defense, this one was suggested.
Yeah.
Bam, there you go. I don't have a thingy for it, but that should work. There it is. Hold up, I'm not done. Fucking Jesus cubed, you're... Chill! You're so goddamn fucking nompany at the bit. I didn't even say go. God damn it. Just chillax a minute, alright? You're always like this. There you go, there's your insult.
So is this us paying you to insult us?
Yes.
Nice!
Each person gets one per stream. Cooldown of 5 minutes so y'all can't spam it.
Yeah. Fair enough.
You said it was done. I overstepped myself. Never expect that when I say it's done, it's really done, because there's always, like, 2 things that I forgot.
Your bitchy ass will thrive off this one.
Exactly. Mew knows me.
Oh my god. I'm not wrong.
Who's beeping at me? God damn it. On Alternia, you've seen a gigantic ravening Lucii, genocidal clowns, murderous high bloods, and every kind of grisly crime, to a point of making belief in Santa Claus almost impossible. It stands to reason that the leader of such a world must also be the cruelest, gruesomest, most terrifying being of them all, a being of nearly impossible evil. That's actually true.
Oh boy.
That is true. Betty Crocker is a terrible empress.
Yeah.
For the first time since this plan caught fire in your mind, a whisper of doubt creeps in. It occurs to you that the most likely outcome of your quest for the reformation of Alternia in a scenario where your internal organs are festooned over a wide area. Your eyes popped out of your skull, and your brain splattered into a fine mist. While experience suggests that you're non-killable, that sort of thing may offend. Not to mention be excruciatingly painful. Maybe it would be better idea to have a light lunch and lie down until your reforming mood passes. Press on fearlessly with your quest. I like the lunch. Come on! If you, an indispensable narrative device with nearly superhuman befriending powers and actual superhuman traveling powers, won't try to reform Alternia, who will? Have you no pride, no grit, no old college spirit? Go back and select the right answer.
Howard.
Damn it. Scorning all difficulties, you decide to press on fearlessly with your quest. You gather yourself, consign your soul to heaven or whatever, and prepare for the worst. You close your eyes and think, take me to the highest being on Alternia, then you grit your teeth and prepare for the ultimate horror. You feel the familiar sensation of superhuman superliminal travel, and the world changes around you, rendering you somewhere else. Somewhere that feels quite different from your previous forest location. Very different, actually. A lot wetter. It quickly becomes apparent that there's good news and bad news. The good news is that instead of an eldritch monster, you've materialized next to a rather pleasant-looking troll girl with fins on her head and wearing goggles and a tiara. The bad news is that you're drowning, and you seem to have materialized in the middle of an ocean. I remember this track.
This sounds familiar. I mean, it's no, every single time I forget the name of it. Hang on. I'm like pulling it up. Promise she ain't on Alternia.
This sounds like it belongs in, like, a Kirby flavor game. like a beach level. It's so damn pleasant.
And much like a Kirby game, there are also unspeakable horrors in the background if you get deep enough into it.
Terrible dark undercurrents.
Yeah.
Why does it make me so happy? A lot of Homestuck music will make you really happy.
Who's ready to go and see Hitler's water apocalypse?
Yes, I'm glad that's where you went. What was it?
That's the song I was expecting to play.
Well, what was it? Something about see Hitler's pumpkin apocalypse.
Pumpkin Party and See Hitler's Water Apocalypse.
That's
I had to look up the title.
Pumpkin Party and See Hitler's Water Apocalypse.
Oh, shit.
Woo. Yes, there it is. There's the giggles. Hold up, I have to. I'm punching my mic. I'm linking. I'm gonna mute the game. I'm just gonna play Pumpkin Party. See Hitler's Water Apocalypse. I know that every time I show this to somebody, they're always off-put. And I also remember that one time I shared this, I think it was in Gerard's chat. And it was like, what?
Did we bring it up on John's chat at some point? I feel
Maybe,
like we did.
maybe,
We
yeah.
were playing Hive Swap, and they were just like, what? We're like, yeah.
It's the
Anyway.
same reaction. It's always the same reaction. All right, mute that. Here you
Best
go.
reaction.
It's a weirdly sea shanty-ish. After the ads. Fuck off ads. Yeah, there's 8 seconds of an ad. It's okay, it's in Japanese. None of you will buy it, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Alright, now that we're properly listening to See Hitler's Water Apocalypse, your own greeting may seem a bit less cheery in that it consists of thrashing wildly with your eyes bugging out as you fight not to inhale while trying to concentrate on zapping yourself the heck out of there. Troll Girl watches in astonishment, but suddenly seems to understand. You see her take a big breath of water through some gills on her neck, and then something starts to come out of her mouth, a bubble. The bubble expands and expands until you feel its boundary break over you, and suddenly you can breathe. You collapse coughing and gasping onto its floor, which feels like the inside of a huge submersible balloon, yielding but effectively keeping the water at bay.
This is some SpongeBob shit right here.
Right? The Troll Girl sits across from you in the bottom of the bubble, studying you curiously and anxiously.
Glub, 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 glub. Are you okay?
Recovering from your brush with drowning, the chance of like strong-armed men.
I like started playing the song at the same time as I heard it on stream, so like I'm listening to it too. This is so good. I love this song so much.
You're able to notice with relief that despite her conversational quirks, she looks friendly, even glad to see you. You try to say something, but all that comes out of your mouth is water and a sputtering sound. Konnichiwa, what is a pest request? Coolified? What the fuck? You don't know what a pest request is? How could you have possibly existed on the internet in any sense and not heard the underground rumblings of what once was known as the Homestucks? Got your head in the sound like some kind of ostrich. Clumsy ostrich.
Also known as Andrew Hussey.
Currently listening to not this music, but instead a related track called Pumpkin Party and See Hitler's Water Apocalypse.
I don't speak whatever language that is. It's very pretty, though.
You burp and some water trickles out your ears.
Sorry, I still don't understand. Do you speak any Alternian?
With great effort, you gasp yes.
Oh, yay! My name is Pestering Pisces. Club, what's your name?
She's also kind of hard to read. Your mind can connect the dots after a little bit. Like, Sollux and Gamzee are just always painful.
Mm-hmm.
Fef, you just have to kind of, like, look twice sometimes. You bubble weakly.
It's nice to meet you, Blub.
You nod politely, expel another half-gallon of water, and then weakly say that it's very nice to meet her too. Not least because if she hadn't been there, things might have gotten unpleasant for you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. But what are you doing here? Almost nobody comes this way.
It's not really on the way to Anemone here. What? Anemone where? She looks sad when she says it, and you wonder that some poor troll child should be living all by herself way out past these submerged parts so far from everyone.
How did you manage to appear from nowhere like that? You almost gave me a heart attack, Glub.
I'm getting the sense that maybe this message was supposed to be from her. not you.
Or it was just your attempt at trying to make a pun. Because the mermaid is the lady from Homestuck.
You tell her that you were trying to use some superhuman powers, and you have to go visit the highest being on Alternia. The troll girl seems to perk up at this.
You wanted to come visit me?
You shake your head vigorously to try and get the water out of your ears. The troll girl looks disappointed.
Club, you didn't come to see me?
Why does the mermaid look like the lady from Homestuck? Because the mermaid is the lady from Homestuck. What? What do you mean, what? This is a Homestuck game. She's a troll. What did you think we were talking about?
Surprise with Homestuck.
You apologize and say that you're quite happy to be visiting her, but that you misheard her last remark. You thought she had implied that she was the highest being in Alternia. Just goes to show you how deep submergence and waterlogging can clog your hearing.
Oh no, Club, you heard me right. I'm the highest being in Alternia. Most of the time. I'm the future Empress, heiress to the throne of the Alternian Empire. I've never seen a person ambushed by Homestuck before. It's fascinating.
Did you think we were joking?
Homestuck comes at you fast. Which is a great big glowing pile of whale poop as far as I'm concerned.
What? You look around for the multiple razor-toothed, fire-breathing, acid-spitting heads, tearing claws, and bad attitude you're sure Alternia's highest being must have. But then you start to remember your Alternian social science. You haven't had any formal Alternian education. You're not even sure narrative devices, however indispensable, are eligible to sign up for classes. But you pick this stuff up when you hang around a place long enough. So you know that the Empress spends most of her time off-planet leading merciless troll hordes in conquest of the galaxy. You also know that there's only ever one other member of her royal fuchsia bloodline, the heiress, in existence at any time. As long as the contest doesn't kill her on her rare visits to the home planet, that is.
I knew Homestuck was a thing that has megalomania, and that's about it. Dang it. I keep swear I had it on my soundboard. Why not have it on my soundboard?
Don't worry about it.
I recently got like a physical soundboard, so to like do things, but it's like all unlabeled.
I'm wondering if I should get a Stream Deck. Like, I don't want one. I don't want to spend $200 on something like that. But maybe I could like hook it up to my phone. I hear that there's phone apps that'll basically do the same thing for free.
Yeah, there are. They're pretty useful. They're pretty useful. But I wanted to get like a physical thing, and I got one for like $65, and it's honestly like it's just like it's basically like a keypad, but just like fancy. And I got it like at the con. I don't know. It was
bad. The troll grow gloves, sadly, and you realize that being the only non-fuchsia blood on the planet, or being the only fuchsia blood on the planet, wow, that's a complete opposite, must be lonely. Not only would you have enough strength to accidentally terror a troll who visited you limb from limb without noticing, but you've heard some sinister things about the Eris's Lucis. Something about it being the size of a continent, hungry as the void of space, and evil as the hell devils go to if they're bad devils. Evil as the hell devils go to if they're bad devils.
That's really good. That's a really good sentence.
Something that might discourage casual visits by friends who don't want to double the snacks. But at the same time, you wonder that such a seemingly agreeable and sensitive troll as this girl could preside over such a grindingly horrible planet as Alternia. How can she live with herself? Does she even know what goes on outside her little insular ocean? But you put all that aside for now. Here you are, right where you wanted to be when you made your master plan for Alternian reform. Megalovania has now had, I think, 4 or 5 versions.
Really? Wait, what other versions have there been?
The original
Homestuck.
No.
Undertale.
The original Earthbound ROM hack. That one.
Yeah.
Homestuck, Undertale Smash Bros, and this Pasture Quest version.
Okay, fair. Okay, yeah, fair enough. I mean, I mean, like the Undertale. I mean, the Smash Bros version is just an adaptation of the sand fight thing. But yeah, I get what you mean. It gets around, also free insult.
I saw. I'm trying to think of something that won't immediately make me run for the hills because she walks around on like toothpick balsa legs.
Oof.
There you go. Your legs are matchsticks. You put all that aside for now. Here you are, right where you wanted to be when you made your master plan for Alternia reform.
Fuck you, Ryan.
There's a version of Megalovania in this game. I gotta stick around to hear it. We're already past that point.
I'll post a link of it because I still have the tab open here. It was a different.
No. Wipe that. Delete it.
Delete it. Where's the? I do not have mod settings on.
I don't have mod settings on either.
Oh, mod icons.
No, he's gonna click it.
Wait, I can't. Oh, shit, I can't.
Why can't we? No, that's pinning it.
Nah.
Man, how are you supposed to fucking delete messages?
Is it because I'm a mod?
I'm the owner and I can't delete it. The deletings aren't there.
If you're not modding this channel and I'm not modding the channel, then who's the streamer?
Where's the fucking delete button? Where did it go? Show mod icons. Why did I have to click through 3 things to see that? God damn it. I clicked it. No!
Dang it. Now what? Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. Whatever. Comedy of errors.
It's better to not just see it in context. Be surprised.
Alright, well then you want to go back to Aradia's thing and
we're not surprised anymore! You haven't been devoured, dismembered, or decapitated, and the person you want to persuade seems eminently persuadable, not to mention friendable. So you're ahead of the game so far. Time to take a full advantage. Your Royal Highness, you begin.
Club, call me Fef, Club. It's much friendlier to be on a fish name basis, and I'm so happy and excited to have another friend.
By the way, if you want to delete stuff, you have to click the 3 dots up next to chat and turn on mod icons, which are hidden by default for fucking God knows why.
I turned it on and I still have none of them next to mod names. But then again, I'm mod, so I guess I can't delete other mod messages Even my own. That's weird.
Perfect phase 1 of your plan seems to have practically accomplished itself. But there's no time to waste as the air in the bubble your new friend created is starting to get stuffy, and you know you're gonna have to zap out of there soon. You mentioned in a casual conversational tone that you've been visiting Alternia for some time now.
Club, do you like it?
It's certainly unusual.
That's putting it lightly. I'm sure everyone has been incredibly mean to you.
Well, yes, to start off with at least.
Sea dwellers think they're so much better than beta than everyone else, but they're just a bunch of shellfish, arrogant bassholes. The high bloods prey on the low bloods, and no one cares how other people feel, even if they live or die. Drones fly around, killing anyone weak or useless.
Oh, well, she seems to know. Maybe she's got plans of her own? Phase 2 of your plan is half in the bag already. You feel dizzy, suddenly, at how your quest is working out without the least effort on your part, also from lack of oxygen. You're gasping for breath, and a darkness is gathering at the edges of your vision. In about a minute, you're gonna pass out from oxygen deprivation. What's to be done? Zap yourself the heck out of there and back to Alternia's surface where you can at least breathe. Stick around and test out the whole you can't die hypothesis. Oh, that sounds lovely. You're fading fast. A black tunnel is closing around you, and the sounds are getting dim. You wiggle your fingers and try to gasp out an entreaty.
Glub, are you okay, Glub?
For reply, you clutch your throat, fall heavy to the floor, and lose consciousness.
And probably pop the bubble.
You gradually regain consciousness, and as you do, you realize that air is going through your lungs. Fresh, oxygenated air, the most beautiful thing you've ever felt. You realize that you're also in a palatial, though messy, bedroom, and while you can see underwater realms outside the windows, the room itself is dewatered. The fresh air seems to be coming from a large conch shell sitting on the floor nearby and humming quietly like an air purifier. You're swooned on a chase lounge, and the fairy Pisces is fanning you with a large palm frond. Why do I keep accidentally picking the right answers?
You can't die. Are you all right, Glub? Why didn't you tell me you couldn't breathe? You scared the pissing out of me.
You struggle upright and try to smile bravely. You apologize for scaring her, but observe that one of the symptoms of not being able to breathe is not being able to talk. You thank her effusively for saving you.
Well, that's an Empress's duty. Instead of encouraging people to be mean and hurt each other, she should do whatever she can to help them.
A tear comes to your eye and a lump to your throat when she says that. If she really means it, you have a couple of suggestions.
Of course I mean it. I'm glubbed at how abyssal things have been around here. When I'm Empress, things are gonna be different.
You respectfully wonder how long it'll be before she becomes Empress.
Only a couple of thousand more sweeps.
Oh, cool. What happens to everyone on Alternia in the meantime? She looks momentarily thoughtful.
I don't know. I haven't thought of that part out. I guess I'm not equal to my big ideas.
And what if, when she becomes Empress, she feels differently? How does she know her imperious condescension didn't feel the same way Safari does now when she was her age? What if there's something that makes adult Empresses evil, something they can't control? What if a fairy grows up to be socially liberal but fiscally conservative?
What? I like the Pisces symbols in place of H. Yeah.
The ultimate evil liberals.
What a horrible thought!
You have to strike while the iron is hot. Never leave till tomorrow what you can do today. A stitch in time saves 9. Procrastination is the thief of time. Fuck! He's in the chat!
Lamau!
The longest journey starts with a single step. It's no use crying over spilled milk. You hope Fairy's been convinced because you're running out of cliches.
Glub.
The heiress still looks uncertain.
Everything you say is plumb and true, but rebelling against the Empress would be so dangerous, and I'm not sure it would be right. It might cause Golly to make the club. That would destroy everyone you know.
Oh, glub. You mean gulp. You didn't realize that. You're not sure what the vast glub is, but it sounds bad.
Oh, it is. Before we do an anemone thing, we need more guidance and advice. As Eris, I have a special metaphysical periscope, you know.
You didn't know that. It sounds made up, but a little metaphysical advice certainly might come in handy at a time like this. Without further delay, the heiress goes up to an ornate, jewel-encrusted tube that rises from the floor of her palatial bedroom. It seems to extend into the underwater depths, though air pressure seems to be keeping the water from flowing through it into the room. She yells into the tube, louder than you would have thought someone so agreeable-looking could yell.
Wait, hang on. Need to, like... Because she's, like, yelling into a tube, right?
Just don't worry about it. Oh, God. Hello, boss from Mario RPG. There's a swishing, gurgling sound, and something extends up through the tube into the room. Something pale and featureless as Eleusis, but unmistakably a tentacle. A tentacle with a bulbous eye on the end of it. You dive behind a luxurious sofa. You'd rather that the heiress's Lucis didn't see how plump and tasty you look. But almost immediately...
She looks so proud of herself.
The eye settles itself on top of the tube and hardens into something that looks like a very large crystal ball. Oh wow, we get art for this.
Ooh.
Shapes move and change inside this crystal ball, then resolve themselves into a scene. A scene you recognize, you realize with a shock. You come out from behind the sofa and approach the crystal ball, staring into it. In its depths, a dark place appears, and in the dark place, a carnival...
Immediately.
Carousel rotates, wooden horses going up and down, and above them, naked plastic mannequins with plastic wings hang from wires. The Dark Carnival! Jumping Jehoshaphat, is that where Fairy gets her metaphysical advice?
What?
No, 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 no.
Okay, well, I mean, now I have to. Hang on.
The scene grows clearer and closer, zooming in on one of the horses and the figure riding it. Your heart begins to beat wildly. It can't be, but...
Wait.
I'm not okay. I'm not okay when these fucking clowns keep coming back. Suddenly, you're dancing around the room with joy. You grab a fairy and whirl her with you as you dance. At first, she gasps in surprise, but then she gets into the spirit, grins, and begins to whirl too. Her strength is such that she spins you like a fan blade, your blood going all to your legs, and when she lets you go, you hit the wall like a bullet and ooze down to the floor. But as you recover consciousness, your joy is barely containable. You never thought to see that sweet, sweet fellow again, but now here he is, and evidently he's come up in the world because he's communicating exclusively with the royal Flushia blood princess. You're so proud your heart feels about to explode. Why is the music getting louder? Because MTT is he's one of the bad devils.
Fuck you! That's the button. My friend Club here. They have a plan.
Well, you wouldn't go that far.
I'm just not sure what to do. Honk, 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 honk. Wait. I need to reset this. I have the right. Whatever. Just hold on.
Fairy adjusts some controls on the bejeweled tube. They must be translation controls, because in mid-sentences, Karako's remarks change from semantic hawks into conversational language forms. And when they do, you realize this isn't the same Karako you knew way back when. Oh, okay. There.
Well, I finally found it, and great. What you ask is not simple, little one. To truly know the answers, you must learn that there is much more to your story that needs the eye.
I was the voice that put in my head was like, honk, honk, honk. What you ask is not simple, little one.
Oh, God. All right, fine, then I'll do that.
No, you do what you want. That's just where my head
was.
Well,
now I want to do that. To truly know the answer, you must learn that there is much more to your story that meets the eye. You must expand your vision to see the big picture, and the even bigger picture of which that bigger picture is only a pixel. Yeah, I know that. This isn't the usual glub shit. That's silly quadrant glub shit for regulars. I need some real answers here.
You study Karako. He's obviously the same troll, but the changes in him are equally obvious. His eyes are deep as wells, his face grave and kind. Either he's done a lot of reading and undergone a lot of life experiences since you last saw him, or else he's become the honking mouthpiece of some vast mystical wisdom-type entity which offers metaphysical advice to princesses. Perhaps whatever person or process sustains the Dark Carnival. But how did Karako get that job? You wave madly at him.
Wasn't he one of the two twins or something?
No, the twins were purple and yellow.
Okay, then I don't remember.
You wave...
he was just honking.
Yeah, he doesn't speak.
Okay, I do remember now.
You wave madly at him as he and the heiress talk, but either he doesn't see you, or he no longer knows you, or he thinks imparting serious metaphysical advice is too solemn an occasion for waving like a maniac. Either way, he ignores you and keeps talking.
Does a troll who paddles an ore vessel down a rushing river control her own fate, or does the river control her? The answer is, of course, both. The river has its force, but within that, the troll can move her boat where she will. You are the heiress, and thus the fate that sweeps you along is vast and swift and powerful. But also your arms are strong, and your ore vessel stout. Do not despair of your own strength. Yet there is more. We see by mystic means that the rushing river you navigate is itself being swept along by an unimaginably vaster rushing cosmic river, and that the planet which that vast cosmic river traverses is itself being swept along an even infinitely greater super cosmic river. There are many such metaphorical cosmic meta-river levels in this particular instantiation of the story.
Yeah, this is act bullshit.
Thus, even if you row with utmost power to change your course on the river you are navigating, river you can see, the other meta-rivers continue to sweep you on as before without regard for any tiny adjustment you may make down at your level. Yet, do not despair. You may yet, through long and deep meditation, transcend the bounds of this small world, rising higher and higher so that you are able to see and comprehend and transcend those vast and meta-vast cosmic river levels one by one. And what you can see, you can learn how to navigate using meta-vessels and meta-ores fashioned from meta-cosmic star stuff. Yet also remain humble. Above the creator of this world is yet another creator. Above him, yet another creator greater even than him. And above her, yet another creator. These vast powers move all things like pieces on a chessboard. Yet if the chess pieces grow wise enough, they may move the movers.
Why am I horny for mermaid clitoris? Coolified, cool it. Where the fuck are you coming from right now?
Are you okay? Do you need some coffee?
We're talking about meta rivers here, alright?
Don't ruin the moon. The powers that move in these universes upon universes are unimaginably large, and as yet you are unimaginably small. Yet nonetheless, for that, you and your smallness and your small world are indispensable, like a key piece at the bottom of an infinitely tall Jenga tower. Knowing these things, do you wish to undertake the great work of awakening and enlightenment that will bear you into the full light of reality? It is a work of millions of mantras, thousands of sweeps, and hundreds of lives. Or knowing these things, do you instead choose to ply your vessel in the waters of your own world, remaining the person life has made you? Remaining a key yet unknowing piece in the towering stack of universes, influencing your own destiny on your corporeal river, swept to destinations beyond your understanding and fulfillment of the larger story.
I'm falling asleep.
Either choice is noble, little one. Your only duty and burden is to choose the one that seems best to you.
These clowns are awful! Always awful! The fairy turns to you. It's clear that both courses described by the wise one speaking through Kuuribro hold attraction for her, and that she's on a razor's edge between them. The merest word from you will be enough to lead her in one direction or the other. Which way do you choose to lead her? Choose the path of meditation and transcendence, or choose the path of worldly action and accomplishment? What? You got that out of that word, Tumblr?
I mean, yeah. Yeah, did you not read any of that?
No. You were reading it.
Did you not listen to me?
No.
Wow.
I was tuning the fuck out. I was chasing dandelions in my head.
Fucking hell.
What are we
Highly
doing?
debatable.
What are we doing? Stop talking about mermaid sex. She's only 6.
And 6 sweeps. Which isn't much better if you translate that into human years, really, so I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
Meditation or action? What do? Somebody answer for me.
I mean, I think that people are... Action.
Bam.
Somebody's... Fucking God. Well chosen, little one. Step forward and tell your marshmallow-like companion to step forward too.
Yeah, the cast of this game is 12. Maybe 13.
I think 13. I think they're supposed to be the same age as the other kids.
I clicked.
I'm drinking water. Little clown boy speaks a lot, man. Let me drink. A helpmate to share in your worldly efforts is a blessing, and they seem a noble and loyal marshmallow, though a bit manic in the hand-waving department.
You very step forward, and Kuuribro's hand comes right out of the crystal ball, divides in 2, and makes gestures of blessing over your heads. You immediately feel strength and courage coursing through you, and as a loosest tentacle turns back into an eye and withdraws from the tube, you turn to look into Fairy's sparkling eyes, and you see that she is feeling the same intrepid energy.
Yay! I think a good portion of that was glub shit, but still. Hey, he has a really good point somewhere in there. We can't just be canoes, we have to be fish. Even if at the end of the day we are just little minnows, we'll be whales to someone.
You start to grab her for a dance, but recalling your previous experience, quickly turn the gesture into an offered high five, which she slaps, breaking several bones in your hand. What should we do, you ask her? What's her plan? You feel the ability to accomplish plan fairly overflowing from you. You'll have to introduce her to start off with at least. The energy is causing tongue ties.
Yes! But first I need time to think. I'm so excited. I'm sure the purpose of your visit was to reveal the whale of a destiny that awaits us. But we need to consider our next move. Will you come back and visit me again soon after some tides have passed? Then we can compare notes. Yay! Glub, glub, glub. This is gonna be fun.
Is that good answer? Yay, new worldly partnership victory. What the fuck happened?
I think your hand broke. She's strong.
Well, we got through 4 in a surprisingly short time.
And that was the end of the trolls. I think that's a good place to end it because we're about to get into the beta kids.
Yes, but also that's the ending of it, and I'm thinking those 4 will take a lot longer. Because Jade's alone, not going down all the routes, was like an hour and a half.
I mean,
I'm thinking we should just start a little bit of baking. Just a little bit today. See what the tone of the new kids is gonna be.
Live, laugh, bake. Oh, God.
Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't feel particularly satisfied with the content of those 4.
I mean, we went through a lot. I'm satisfied, but like it's not my stream, so go back and choose all the wrong answers. We pretty much did. I can't think of any.
No, we accidentally selected a bunch of right ones, but like that's the thing at this point. Like that's another thing. I don't feel particularly invested in any of those 4 to want to go back and see more. Not the same way as I was with like, I don't know, like the first kids or like Kanaya or Terezi or something, right?
We could go through Gamzees again and
I'm not. No, I want to do one. I want to do Jane.
All right. Let's do a Jane,
and then we'll call this done. Because those are all fast.
Yeah.
Volume 11: The Call of Leadership. It's a beautiful moonlit night on Alternia. The sky is clear, a cool breeze is blowing, and even the unbearable screeching of the steel-throated bat. Crickets sound a little sweeter than usual, and yet, what? A moment of panic hangs in the air. Hi, Carcat.
Dave, are you okay? Oh, you're not Dave. Hey! Oh, God! What has she done? Dave? Please tell me that's just Grubsauce. Please just be Grubsauce. Please just be Grubsauce. Please just be Grubsauce. What the fuck happened?
Carcat, stop being so melodramatic. It wasn't even me who did it. Okay, fine. It was my fault. I admit it. But I'm sure he'll be fine. Yeah, hi. I'm here now. It's no biggie. What? I mean, this is obviously the shittiest situation I could possibly be in right now. And, like, my lawyers will be in touch. Don't even think about that. They won't. But also, it is literally fucking Grubsauce. Like, chill for 2 seconds, okay? Did I miss some shit? We got the good endings for the fall.
Fuck yeah.
Am I in the right one? Am I in the right one right now?
This is what it feels like for people that don't know what Homestuck is. But we know what Homestuck is, and we're
still confused, because even if you know what's going on, this shit happens constantly.
Wait, why did you just restart this?
Because I wanted to make sure that I clicked the right box.
Oh, okay.
Like, I know the idea of me having to swap out my Soul ketchup and crusted pants is getting you all hot and bothered under that sweater, but damn, this is a picnic, dude. There are children present. And just like that, everything's alright. You have single-handedly revolutionized the art of picnicking in Alternia. You got a huge checkered blanket, a car-sized wicker hamper, an unholy quantity of foods in Tupperware containers, a lively crowd of your best and most recently acquired friends, everything one could possibly need. I think you probably used your teleporty powers, and you're like, hey, remember the sleepover at the end of Jade's? That was great. Let's do that again, but on Hell Planet.
I mean, it's a friend. It's like a dating sim. You're friending them, not dating them.
Yeah, you know, the first one was literally called Friend Sim.
Yeah.
Shit's quaint as all fuck out here.
So, how many tentacles would you say she has, roughly?
Oh, right.
Let me see.
Rose is weirdly into tentacles. I forgot about that. They are on her shirt.
She's tentacle therapist.
It's true.
It's okay. Take your time. My interest is, purely scientific. Mm-hmm. Yes, precisely. Thank you, Kanaya. This is part of my studies in the field of cryptozoology.
What is cryptozoology again? Is that the study of fake creatures? Cryptids?
Yeah.
Okay. Mew, I'm gonna need you to report back to Moth with this.
Is Mew into cryptozoology?
Moth is. They've had many streams of talking about which cryptids they would like to fuck. This is what I have been told.
Well, which ones would they? They're just kind of off screen. It's hardly an exact science, but you can help us make it exacter. Well, that's the problem. I really don't think there's a definite answer. She just has so many. Fascinating.
Everyone seems to be having a really great time. You're a pretty good picnic host if you do say so yourself. You let yourself lie back on the blanket and relax. Hi, Jade. Hi, other green person.
Fuck you. Fuck off. Fuck. I'll put you into the sun.
If you want to pass off any of these characters, let me know, because I've only got 2.
No. Could you pass me one of those beautiful green pies, please? Oh, sure, let me just yeet it into the sun. It's okay, I got this. Here, no, you can have him. And him.
Dude.
There you go.
You have such a good list for Sollux. Please keep him.
Fine, dude. Step off now. She didn't ask for your help.
Everybody's mad. Everybody on the screen is mad. Everyone's getting along so well.
Eridan gets on screen. Everybody hated that.
Well, I didn't ask for your opinion on whether the mid-blood human female wanted my help or not.
Oh my god, did you seriously just call her that? What is wrong with you? Oh my god, his face! Guys? Humans don't even have different blood colors, you useless tool.
Simply enjoying each other's company. Alright, that does it! I've had enough of this wishy-washy lone meal nonsense.
And I've had enough of you. Better. No problem.
Alright, coolified. The one in the middle left is, third best in, like, the whole, the whole story. Jade is just precious. Wonderful. Perfect.
Jade is great.
Also, at one point in the extended comics, she has a daughter named Yiffy.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that one.
It is part dog. I'm not explaining that further. The one on the right is one of the shittiest people in all of existence, and the one on the left was previously one of the shittiest people in all of existence, but has been weirdly fanned into being less shitty now.
Also, there was a cat.
There was a cat, yeah.
Died.
I don't really have much more to say about the cat, because there really isn't a lot there. She's friends with a muscle guy.
Yeah, eat shit and die.
Why don't you make me?
It'll be my pleasure.
Wait, what's going on over there? Oh, dear God, no, not now. This is a disaster. You've got to find some way to stop this before everything you've worked on collapses under the weight of pointless, shitty boy drama. You don't have a moment to lose. Oh, God, no.
What's better than this?
No, I forgot about you. No, I don't even want to open my eyes. No.
Guys, be an ally.
Oh, hi there, Gamzee. Don't mind you. You're just trying to stop a picnic emergency.
Hey, hold on, sister. Let's not be hasty. Right now, we're witnessing the birth of the greatest and, dare I say, most righteous miracle of them all.
Yeah, I'm literally covering the whole art with my hand right now. No.
Gender motherfucking equality. Holy fuck.
Don't with the red eyes.
That is an image.
Just like that, everything breaks apart. You wake up alone.
What the
It's a cold, dark night on Alternia. The sky is overcast, a harsh wind is blowing, and the only other sound to be heard is your own breathing. Panicked, shaky, you curl up a little tighter in your puddle of blankets in the corner. You try and think back to the wonderful dream you were having, but now it all seems ruined. You were only trying to take a short rest from fomenting revolutionary sentiment among your peers and fixing all their problems, which, as it turns out, is a full-time job. You just wanted to indulge your imagination for a while and skip to the part where everyone's happy already. There's nothing wrong with that, right? It all seemed so real, so full of potential, like you could get there in an instant if you only tried a little harder. But now it hits you like a cold, wet circus pie filled with cement. Your dreams of hope have nothing to do... Your dream of hope was nothing more than that, with no basis in reality or accurate characterization. Some things are simply too good to be true, and you subconsciously clearly knew that all along. It hurts, and you don't know whether to laugh, cry, or just get really, really angry about it. You've made some wonderful friends over the last few weeks. Months? It's been such a hectic whirlwind of non-stop amicability, you're not even sure how long you've been going. You've achieved so much on your quest, you know that for a fact. But now, looking around this empty room filled with the ghosts of memories from a lifetime ago, you can't help but feel despondent. Maybe there are some things you won't ever be able to fix. Man, this blows. For some reason, your thoughts turn to John. He was conspicuously absent from your dream. It feels like you haven't seen him in ages. You miss him. Without really thinking about it, you pick yourself up. You've had enough of this horrible planet for now. Remember how John is still the only person we didn't get the good ending for?
I was considering just like saying, what if we end this stream by actually making him happy?
He ended happy. He ended happy in Jade's story. It's fine.
I mean,
your friends here will be all right without you. He can fix his own damn problems. He's gonna have the retconning soon. Your friends will be all right without you for a while. You tell yourself that a few times just to make sure you believe it, and then, zap! You materialize in a pleasantly familiar suburban neighborhood, standing in front of a pleasantly familiar house. It must be late fall by now. There are barely any leaves left on the trees, and there's a chill in the air. But your heart fills with warmth at the prospect of hanging out with your old friend John again. While your newer friends have all been fun to spend time with, in their own ways, you can't help but feel a special kind of fondness for John. It's not like you play favorites with your chums or anything, but maybe the fact that he was the first friend you met on your journey sets him apart from the others. He was actually, what is it, the 30th? You just forgot all the other ones. It's nice to be back on Earth, too. You miss being able to go out in the sunshine. Your eyes wander a little, taking in the trees, the grass, the houses, before settling in a mailbox in the yard. A worrying thought occurs to you. Maybe, in getting so caught up with meeting many new people, John has forgotten all about you. Surely your friendship wouldn't have diminished so quickly. But were you really all that close to begin with? You still feel bad about having thrown his birthday present in the sewer all that time ago. That was just such a shitty thing to do in more ways than one. You were a really bad friend to John before you were friends with John. You're suddenly overcome with the urge to make it up to him. Instead of making a new friend today, why not trying to be a better friend to one you already have? Taking a peek at the mailbox, there seemed to be something inside. Maybe if you make absolutely sure to give it to him this time, that will start to make up for your earlier mistake. Do I pilfer or do I reconsider and walk away?
See, I don't actually know what happened the first time around, because I think when I joined in like in the middle of John's whole shindig, so I don't actually know how it technically started. I just like I've heard about it like after the fact.
Don't worry about it.
Let's pilfer. Let's commit another crime.
Commit crimes. That's an excellent idea. John will be so happy that the mail came with no mishap, and so grateful that you, his trusted pal, were able to make it happen. Perhaps you could even pretend it's an apology gift you got him. Wow, you've gotten so good at being a friend by now, it's not even real. There's basically no way this plan can backfire. You reach a hand inside the mailbox to grab the package, and then everything goes dark. Backfired. It exploded.
Oh. Okay.
Good job, asshole.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. What? It was a bomb. What? What the fuck do you mean it was a... Betty Crocker tries to kill her. Was that actually from the comic?
I don't remember, man. Skip. Reconsider. On second thought, that's a terrible idea. Like, holy shit, that's bad. You take a moment to slap yourself around the face for a few minutes just to rub it in. How could you be so stupid? The kind of depravity that leads one to desecrate the sanctity of a friend's mailbox is what got you into this mess in the first place. Looks like the mailman forgot to put up the, thing. The flappy wingy doodad, the bright red alarm dealie on the side of the mailbox. You are quite certain that this thing is supposed to be up when there's mail to be retrieved. Even an idiot could tell you that much, and you were a first-rate idiot. You carefully raise a little red flag. Immediately, out of the corner of your eye, you spy movement in an upstairs window. It must be John, scoping out the mail again. Quick as a flash, you zap yourself out of sight near behind a book. You bush yourself. A white cat is hanging out back here. It hisses at you, but you let a wave of crackling retcon energy dance across your palms, and the kitty vanishes. It literally just straight up disappears. Okay, fine, whatever. It is the truth universally acknowledged that cats can do whatever the hell they want. Except for taking this hiding spot, that is, which you have now commandeered in the name of friendship. Oh, that is a much better plan to surprise John. You can't believe you didn't think of it beforehand. You know he loves pranks. And what better prank than to be ambushed by a dear friend? You hope you're still his dear friend. God, you're getting nervous again. You hear the front door open. Shoot, here he comes. Wait, that isn't John. Oh, goodness, no. Why, it appears to be some type of famous detective-type individual. Or at least someone in a famous detective disguise. But what's more,
sleuth?
You get the strange impression that the person under the disguise that isn't John either. Whoever it is, they make a beeline for the mailbox. Oh shit, maybe you're watching another mailbox robbery in action. That would explain the need for a disguise, you guess? They reach out their hand. All of a sudden, several things race through your mind unbidden. The smell of burning, a flash of light, pain. Without thinking, you spring into action.
Ooh. Wait, hold on.
You grab the interloper and zap inside. What the it just... Wait. Something just... It kept moving on the right side. Oh, never mind. That was just me seeing the stream behind the window. Alright.
Yeah.
You both materialize in midair and collapse in a heap on the floor. Outside, you hear the telltale sound of an exploding mailbox, because for some reason you know what those sound like. That was a close one.
Well, of course you do. You're a mailman. That's
true.
your job to know what those sound like.
It's very true, yeah.
Oh, lordy, that's smart. What on earth just happened?
Your companion sits up in a bit of a daze. It looks like the disguise got knocked off in all the kerfuffle. Your hunch was right on the money. This is definitely not John Egbert. She does look oddly familiar, though. You take a look out the window, down in the yard below. Yep. Where once there was a mailbox, there is now a smoldering wooden stump surrounded by debris. It's a sight to bring a tear to any mailman's eye, fake or otherwise. You turn back around and find the stranger standing over you, looking thoroughly disgruntled. She's pointing a large red spoon directly at your chest. Doesn't come off as all that threatening, you have to be honest, although she could probably do you at least some form of injury with it. The injury likely wouldn't be all that serious, but you'd try to take it seriously anyways. Just to be polite.
Now, hold on just one moment, Buster. Who are you? What the blazes are you doing in my bedroom? And what the blue blazes is going on? Come on, spit it out.
Oh no, you hate being put on the spot. And the first question was such a tough one too. Who are you? It's something you don't have a definite answer to. Even after all this time. Gosh, she does seem awfully confident with that spoon. You begin to entertain the thought that this girl might simply decide to beat you to death with it. You're finding it hard to think amid all the confusion. Didn't she say that this is her bedroom? You were dead certain this was John's house. It is John's house. It even has the tire swing and everything. And this girl, who even is she? John's never mentioned having a sister or anything before, but looking around the room, it's obvious that she lives here, and there's no trace of any of John's things. Did he move house without telling you? That thought makes you so impossibly sad.
Well, if you won't talk, I suppose I'll have to suss out the truth myself.
She looks at you very carefully for a moment before glancing over at one of the posters on the wall. It's a black and white picture of what looks like a daring group of detectives. They're drawn in a fairly minimal style, with round ovoid heads. Immediately, her face lights up in recognition.
Oh no. See?
The bunny.
What?
There's the bunny.
Where?
Just under the poster. It's wearing a hat.
Why is it not in the books?
This has gotten weird, like weirder.
Oh, mum's the word.
She taps the side of her nose knowingly and winks. And you realize that she's trying to let you know that she knows something you supposedly both know, but all you really know is that you have no idea what it is.
Oh, you are very good. Pretending not to know that which you know that I know that we both know.
No, you're telling her. You haven't got the foggiest clue what she's talking about. Knowing stuff? How could possibly anybody accuse you of such a thing in fucking the high does? You don't know what the know and the knowing and the know and know what?
Bells.
Oh, it's all right. I won't tell anyone. Keeping incognito is of the utmost importance for problem sleuths like us. Fucking knew it. Always a pleasure to meet a fellow fan. Oh my god.
To be under the impression that you're some sort of cosplayer? Either that or an undercover agent of some sort. Oh, what the hell, you might as well roll with it. That'll be easier than pretending to be a postal worker in any way. You're not even a postal man. You've never been a one.
Hold on a moment. I've got just a thing for a fellow gentle person of taste.
She puts away the spoon for a moment, which is a relief, then whips another copy of the poster and the pen out of nowhere and signs it. You've never met or heard of this girl before, and she's just straight up giving you her autograph. You take a look at the signature. The name reads Jane Crocker. You guess this girl's name is Jane, then.
Now that we've got that out of the way, nice though it is to make your acquaintance, that doesn't explain what you're doing in my house. Or, come to think of it, how we even got here?
It's all very simple, really. Just a boring everyday example of an innocent bystander stepping in to save an unwitting teen from a parcel bomb and their zappy hell treasure powers. Nothing weird at all about that. It's a thing that you see every day on the news, right? I mean, no, it wouldn't even make the news because it's such a regular occurrence. It's not a thing that anybody reports on because it's just such a regular. You zap around the room a bit by way of demonstration, ending up back where you started.
Transportalization technology. I knew various competitors of ours have been developing something like that for a while, but I had no idea that they're already doing field tests. I suppose it shouldn't surprise me. But a parcel bomb, you say?
You gesture out the window at the sad obliterated remains of the mailbox. There was nothing anyone could have done to save it or its contents. Oh shoot, Jane wasn't expecting any extremely important deliveries, was she? Potentially in the form of a significant birthday gift or a copy of a mysterious computer game. Guys, stop trying to mentally work out swoops to years and ages. They're all fucking teens. Just that's all the thought you need. Done. Move on. Stop mathing out their ages.
Haven't they? Don't they? Like, whatever. It's not that big. Whatever. Hold on. I just. Is Betty Crocker still a fucking brand? Yeah, they are still. Are they like okay with? Do they have to license like Betty Crocker for this game?
I don't. Of course not.
God. You mean the Sburb Alpha? I'm not surprised you've heard about it. That isn't due for another week, though.
Oh, that's a relief. No harm done.
Well, I wouldn't go quite that far. Alpha notwithstanding, the fact remains that someone tried to blow me up.
Okay, so some harm done. The nerve of some people. You cannot fathom who could possibly want to do such a thing, and especially to someone as harmless and personable as Jane here.
Oh, come on. One doesn't like to state the obvious, but if I had to guess, it's probably related to my being in line to inherit one of the largest corporations on this planet.
Right.
Crockett Corp has its enemies, there's no question about that.
Of course, that's why her surname was so familiar. Jane is the new face of the Betty Crocker Company.
I don't like her.
Yeah, that's some weird grumblies. You don't know what you expected. Considering what's happened on your journey so far, you should have seen this sort of thing coming. Speaking of which, you wonder aloud if anything like this has ever happened before? The only thing that could make this ending more surprising is if Jane had been sent similarly life-threatening cargo on any previous occasions.
Oh, yes. Why, we got mailed something similar just last week, in fact.
You try not to think too hard about the fact that Jane apparently fell for the exact same trick 2 weeks in a row.
Father was out in the yard about to take his car out back for a soak when the blessed mailbox went up in smoke. It was quite the shock. Too late, the swoops are what sucked me in.
Yeah, coolified. I'm gonna repeat what somebody warned you about right there. If you try to read this comic, this like story, don't do that, because it is an impossibly complex web of a bunch of stuff that is laid down, and about half of it comes together 5,000 pages later in a, oh my god, how the fuck did they lay all this out ahead of time? And about half of it is equally important sounding stuff that goes nowhere, and sometimes intentionally contradicts itself.
But it's a fun ride.
It is fun. It's not too much lore. It's that it is inherently nonsensical. And somehow various threads were woven together in the end in a way that looks like it was planned all along and could not have been.
It's a roller coaster that, like, jumps off the rails, but then, like, lands on a hill, so it keeps going down, and you have no idea where the fuck it's gonna go, but damn, if the scenery ain't great. Yeah. And then somehow you, like, hit a bump, and you go back up in the air and land on another set of rails, like on a different roller coaster.
Yeah.
And it's like, should I go again?
I've had too many friends that have said I can't continue reading because it's not making enough sense, and I tried to make sense of it and it's pulling me out of it. And I tell people from the beginning, don't fucking do that. Don't try. just don't.
I can't blame people if they can't make sense of it, but it's like, it's such a wild ride. But anyways, ever since then, he's been a bit antsy about me checking the mail myself, but today it arrived while he was out. Good thing, too. He would have thrown a fit if he'd known. I'm barely allowed out of this house as it is. Basically, it was written by an Eldritch Abomination.
There are Eldritch Abominations in it, and it turns out that they were not as important as, you think that they were, considering how early and important they were brought up earlier on, and that's what I mean. They're there.
I'm sure he means well, but Yoff is a bit overprotective sometimes. It's plumb ridiculous. A grown lass full of bim and vigor can take perfectly good care of herself.
You don't want to pass hasty judgment on someone's familial situation, but it sounds like Jane's father is just trying to keep her safe. Can't be easy, constantly deflecting death threats away from someone determined to walk right into them. Where's your sense of self-preservation?
I suppose it might seem strange to the uninitiated, but you sort of learn to accept it after a while. I've dodged death ever since I can remember. People seem really determined to do me in, as if we can't explain it.
Jesus, that must be pretty rough. God, that sounds awful, actually. Being the imminent ruler of an empire must come with a fair number of people who want you gone. Thinking back to your encounter with Feffery, you suppose that you were recently part of such an attempt yourself, in a manner of speaking. Was I? You decline to mention this to Jane, and being reminded of your time in Alternia causes you to lapse into an uncomfortable silence. Jane looks around a little awkwardly before breaking it.
So, not that I'm ungrateful for the fact that you appear to have rescued me from certain peril, but...
Oh, of course, you're intruding in a complete stranger's home. You'd almost forgotten that this is the first time you and Jane have ever met. Your heart sinks as you consider that, between the vastness of the universe and the determination of those attempting to murder her, this might be the last time you ever meet as well. Hi, stuffed dad. Jane offers to show you out. On the way downstairs, you politely ask her how long it's been since her family moved here. Does she know if anyone called John used to live in this house? She gives you a strange look before gesturing to a, oh god, is that a corpse? You take a moment to process the fact that Jane has a stuffed human person mounted on a plinth in her living room. She says it's her pop-op, which you guess means grandfather. It's kind of hard to parse some of the vocabulary Jane uses sometimes. Anyway, the guy's name was John, and you can't help but see a resemblance to your good friend Egbert. You've encountered enough coincidences by now to know that this must be him somehow. You've traveled forwards in time by accident or some such. This is the only possible explanation. You try very hard not to have a whole mental breakdown about your apparently long-dead friend, but sadly, not hard enough. However, at the sight of your various expressions of horror, shock, and confusion, Jane perks up considerably.
Did you know my dear old Pop-Pop? You should have said something. He was a popular fellow, so I suppose it was only a matter of time before one of the friends from his performing heydays came to visit.
That's right, Jane. Keep talking about him and your friendship in the past tense. This is totally helping you feel better. What you mean to say yes, Jane? You're absolutely right. You were an old, entertaining friend of her pop-ups who just so happened to be visiting the area in the middle of, circus touring season. You try not to be too insulted when Jane needs to lie up without a moment's hesitation.
Well, if one of old Pop-Pop's Crocker's pals is here, I suppose I can't just turn you out on the street like some nobody. And Papa would never forgive me for giving a family friend the cold shoulder. You simply must stay a while longer, I insist.
You cannot help but agree enthusiastically, and here you were thinking this volume was over before it really got started. Gee, this makes a nice change. Well, they have ended pretty quick, haven't they? I was just talking about that. You've grown accustomed to putting in a lot of hard work to score some hangout time with various people on your journey, but all it took to convince Jane was a pre-established connection with her apparently very wealthy relatives. Just goes to show you stuff.
I'm afraid I haven't fulfilled my duties as host very well so far, but I'm determined to change that starting now. But, what to do?
You've been playing the game of friendship long enough by now to sense an important decision incoming. You take a quick inventory of Jane's important character details. You mean interests and personality traits. She seems to have a passion for the lost art of sleuthing and famous detectives of years past. Her imminent inheritance of a baking conglomerate and expert spoon-wielding likely indicate that she knows her way around a cake or two. Why don't the two of you practice some self-care or solve a mystery? What? Yes, one free insult per stream. Come back next time.
Well,
too much red.
Thanks. I don't know what I was expecting. Somehow that's still coming up. What even is there a mystery? What mystery is there to solve?
You know what, fine. I only stream a couple of times a week, and the crowd is likely different because I do it at different times of the day, so I'll give you all 2 per stream. But I still like the 10-minute. I'll also increase the cooldown.
How much longer are you planning on going anyways?
Just this one.
Okay.
Then we'll call
it's getting late on my end. But...
Yeah. I don't know, self-care? That seems like code for cake.
Yeah, probably. I could go for some cake.
I want a pie, but you know, maybe with a little bit of proper manipulation, we can point her in that direction. All this heavy stuff has really been getting to you recently. Christ, you left Alternia to get away from the hell murdery nonsense, but if anything, it feels just as stressful back on Earth with Jane. Adrenaline rush from the impromptu rescue is beginning to wear off, and your legs start to go all wobbly. You slump down against a wall, exhausted. Man, this really took a lot out of you.
Oh, gracious, are you all right?
What do you mean, yeah, hand wave? What? Yeah. You just need a minute. Oh god, this is so weird and embarrassing. How come it's only once you were out of the bad situation that you stop being able to cope with it? You try to pull yourself together, but then your stomach growls like an aggressive, hungry cat. Come to think of it, you haven't eaten anything and you don't even know how long. It's been like 3.5 years, it seems like. Jane gives you a sympathetic, almost grandmotherly look.
It sounds like somebody's hungry. You know, I was planning on baking something after taking care of the mail. Oh, I guess that it took care of itself in the end. So since plan A seems to have gone up in a pillar of literal smoke, let's move on swiftly on to plan B.
Pies?
Fancy helping me whip a cake into submission? We can make it pie flavored. We can call it a thank you for saving my bacon back there.
Will a pie have bacon in it?
Do you want it to have bacon?
I absolutely do, yes. That would make me happy.
All right.
Gosh, that sounds
Bacon
like
pie
a
it is.
wonderful.
Are you all right? What did I say?
I don't know why. Just that tone of voice in this picture. Just like a little conciliatory shrug. Like, all right, bacon pie it is. Just so accommodating.
Whatever you say, dear. Guys, am I funny? I've been funny this whole time.
I didn't say cake pie. No. Cake and pie are two very separate, distinct entities. You can have whatever the fuck you want with a cake, alright? I just want a bacon pie. Not bacon flavored. I want a pie with bacon in it. And not like bacon bits or like meat that came from bacon. No, I mean fry bacon, make it crispy, and then put that in or on the pie. It's delicious.
Boy.
You feel like you could eat a horse, or even better, some bacon pie. A horse made out of bacon. A horse made out of pie. You can't remember the last time you had cake, in fact.
Oh, now if that isn't just about the saddest thing I ever heard.
Okay.
Oh, she comes prepared.
Yeah, she did. Also, I was, these cupboards really looked like Mickey ears for a second.
It's my Disney kitchen.
Jane sets you up with an apron, starts pulling ingredients and utensils out of various cupboards and drawers. Seeing the various colorful bags and boxes all lined up in the kitchen fills you with excitement. The idea of collaborating with Jane to make something delicious gets your heart racing. Surely there could be no better path to friendship than this. Once she seems sure that she's got everything you need, Jane fiddles with the oven for a few seconds. It explodes.
The end. Just need to set the oven to preheat. Okay, there we go. Now let's get cracking, shall we?
You look around expectantly, hoping to see a recipe book or something similar amid the collection of baking equipment.
Oh no, we don't need one. My junior batter masters of Old Buster Stirred Solution 50,000 will do the trick just fine.
50,000? A passionate, burning fire seems to ignite in Jane's eyes as she brandishes her trusty red spoon. With a well-practiced motion, she adjusts a series of buttons and dials on the side, and a vaguely feminine robot voice begins to speak out of it. A triple chocolate layer cake, medium rare, begin regime. Jane nods to herself and presses another button. The voice begins listing off a series of ingredients and measurements. You guess this spoon must have had a lot more tricks up its sleeve than you originally gave it credit for. Technology really is amazing.
Why does it say regime?
Glitch effects when the portraits move intentional? What? What do you mean?
Ooh.
I don't see any glitch effect. You begin to reach for the bag of flour, but with lightning speed, Jane leans over and grabs it herself. She doesn't even seem to notice that she had to bat your hand out of the way. That's alright, Jane seems to know what she's doing, and you'd hate to spoil her fun. In the blink of an eye, she has the flour measured out and reaches for the butter. Praise solidified bovine extract, you will comply. Jane continues to work in a thorough and efficient manner, and the spoon continues reading out instructions in a calm, steady voice. It's somewhat soothing, even if the choice of vocabulary is a bit strange. It certainly seems to be relaxing Jane. Her face was a picture of intense concentration, but now her eyes appear dim and distant. She can almost be asleep. You're just coming to terms with the idea that baking with Jane is a spectator sport rather than a team game, when a sudden noise snaps her out of her trance. Oh! Her hand goes to her apron pocket, and she fishes out her phone. Something on the screen makes her face light up with gentle excitement. You think you catch the sight of something green, but she doesn't give you a good look at it.
take care of this? Ooh.
Whatever it is, it seems to have got her into a bit of a tizzy all of a sudden. She thrusts the spoon in your direction.
Here. Just follow the instructions. You can't go wrong.
This is all happening so fast.
And we will.
Being entrusted with Jane's precious spoon and so early in her friendship, this must be a very great honor. She obviously believes in you a great deal. You try to assure Jane that you won't let her down, but she's already too engrossed in her phone to acknowledge it. You sigh to yourself knowingly. For all her antiquated phraseology and old-timey aesthetic, Jane is still very much a teen at heart. Add ingredients.
To a bowl.
Add ingredients to vessel. Commence liquidation. Obey. Oh shit, you were so caught up being judgmental of a young person that you completely lost track of what you were doing, which was, dissolve desiccated cocoa in boiling water. Submit to your labor. Hey, hang on just a moment. You barely managed to remember what the previous instruction was before the spoon moved on to the next step. Oh god, what were the other ingredients you needed to add? You try to guess, but there are too many things on the counter and don't know what half of them even are. You spare a glance at Jane, hoping against hope that she's noticed your plight, but she's far too distracted to help you right now. You'll just have to work it out by yourself. She's counting on you. Think, damn it, think. Fold cocoa paste into mixture. Make haste. The end is nigh. Eggs! You don't remember doing anything with eggs, but the spoon definitely called for some a while ago. In a blind panic, you grab one and toss it into the bowl. Obviously, you didn't crack that shit. Only after you stirred it into the mixture do you remember that it's generally best to remove the shell first. Pour cream into a small saucepan and heat over a low flame for a few minutes, ensuring that it does not boil or simmer. Once the cream is hot, remove the saucepan from the heat. Cease reproduction. Wait, hold on. What was that last bit? Heat the cream.
Remove from heat after it.
After that. The calm robot voice isn't soothing to you. Not anymore. Its dulcet tones have become your tormentor. It wouldn't be so bad if it would slow down for a moment. Is there a speed setting on this? Wait, a seed? Don't seed the spoon. If you just had some more time to think. Are you sure you would like to start over? Wrong button! You can't go back, not now! You cancel the prompt and grate your teeth in grim determination. You can fix this. You have to fix this! It's like Jane said all those minutes ago when she sent you on this quest. You can't go wrong. It's at this moment that your eyes land on the bag of sugar, the noticeably unopened bag of sugar. It's just sitting there smirking at you with a look of unbearable smugness at the colorful lettering on its face. Who, me? What could you possibly need me in a cake for? Tear the bag open and dump the entire contents in the mixing bowl with an ice-cold fury. Then you toss its gutted, lifeless husk in the garbage where it belongs. Revenge has never been sweeter.
Lordy, sorry to leave you in the lurch for so long.
I need to breathe.
I had to deal with a friend in his daily moment of personal crisis. It's Jake, isn't it?
He said green.
Yeah. Although that's not really saying much. Quite frankly, most of his life seems to be one long personal crisis. Yeah, it's Jake. I suppose I'm hardly in any position to complain. I do so like his company at the end of the day. Do anyway, the cake. How have you been managing?
You don't look up to Jane when she comes back over to you a few minutes later, seemingly oblivious to the devastation you've wrought on this poor kitchen. You stare down into the thick, lumpy batter sitting in the bowl in front of you, and in that stodgy, curdled mess, you cannot help but see yourself, a complete and utter failure.
Is everything all right?
Maybe we should have solved a mystery. You want to tell her to explain that, no, Jane, everything is not all right. It's all gone to shit. But you can't look anywhere except down. You can feel the bottom falling out of this friendship opportunity like that of a poorly supported Victoria sponge. What?
What?
Once Jane gets
is that a pastry?
Once John gets a good look at this Jane gets a good look at this batter, it's game over. You just know it. As she peeks
the
over.
corpse hobbles over into the kitchen, looks at it, and it's like, holy shit.
You brace yourself for the dreadful moment you felt so many times before across countless alternative selves and timelines. You watch for the telltale signs of a person deciding that whatever pathetic and somehow yet unspecified creature you are, they don't want you in your life. In their life. They don't want you in your own life. Remove yourself from your own life, please. Cease reproduction, says the spoon. But strangely enough, the moment never comes. Instead, Jane puts a hand lightly on your shoulder and gives you a gentle smile full of teeth. That's a weirdly threatening statement. What?
There. No need to pull a face like that. So yes, this ended up being a little bit of a misadventure, but It's not the end of the world yet.
Wait, did she say yet? You said yet.
No.
Jane was counting on you and you let her down. You had something that needed to be fixed and you couldn't manage it. And also there were so many other occasions there you trying to make things worse. And you try to convince Jane of your guilt in this matter, but she simply shakes her head.
Shh. It's okay. You did no. Oh, you did nothing of the sort.
Coolified, you fucked it all up. It was you. It was him. He told me to use all the sugar. He doesn't know how to bake.
Yeah, he's right. It was cool. You tried to make the best out of a bad and confusing ordeal, and nobody can blame you for that. Hi, Juker.
Hi. Holy shit.
At this rate,
+5 raid.
I don't think there's any stopping you.
Why is it +5?
I don't know. Oh, by the way, cease reproduction, says the spoon. The spoon said it, not me.
Thank you, Cupo, for the resub. I should put in my, what is this? Browser.
I used the free insult, now I'm playing for this. Oh, God. Oh, everybody, my voice is dying. I'm gonna poke the button, too. Hey, Mooch. I don't know if they can hear me still, probably.
School!
Everyone gets free insult. Look at all these people that I met at MagFest or just met in the past at some point.
Thank you, Mooch, for the resub. Thank you, Cupo, for the resub. Oh, I can test out my boops. Oh my god, it actually works! It works with speed! Yay!
Oh my god, I just noticed she blushes.
Of course she does, because she's the best, and robots can blush if they are sufficiently humanized enough.
Yeah, did you just have that on like a macro or something?
No, I literally clicked it and then hit the enter button 35 more times.
Oh.
I didn't used to be able to do that on my laptop. It was so damn slow. Now I can do it with speed. Thank you guys for the resubs. Welcome to Pester Quest. MTT, we might have to do another one. For the people. Juger, how was Freedom Planet? I genuinely really wanted to come over and see you doing Freedom Planet, but I was out viewing a building for a roommate, and then I went to Wendy's, and then I came home, and it was late, so we streamed. Freedom Planet is incredible. I love that game to death. How was it?
I need to play through Freedom Planet. I think I own that game.
Freedom Planet 2 just finally came out like a few months ago. It
Like
also
on
plays
Steam or just like in general?
in general, yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that recent.
Yeah,
Damn.
nobody really fucking knew about it, but it's out. I can't beat the final boss.
Okay, I own the first game, so I can just play that.
Yeah, the first one's fucking glorious. The first one definitely has a better OST too. Excuse me.
Installing.
Zach, shout out. Have been all stream. Hi, Zach. I have, if you would like to be insulted, I have a new free insult. It only costs 1 poppy. Be prepared, because they've been pretty fucking brutal, alright? Like, I'm pretty sure I've sent a couple people away in tears.
Yeah. I would know.
Alright, we're playing a Homestuck.
We're doing a few.
If you know what that is, welcome, fellow degenerate. If you don't, welcome, fellow future degenerates.
Even if your best is admittedly a little suboptimal.
Currently baking, trying to bake. Kitchen is a mess. Spoon told me to cease reproduction.
World is a fuck.
You've come in after all of the trolls, so at least you don't have to deal with horns for a little while.
Or tentacles.
No, they'll be back.
Yeah. Sometimes when things go wrong, it's not a simple case of being able to fix it by soldiering on blindly in the face of adversity. I came in during Mermaid Arc, I was ambushed by Homestuck.
That's true.
Sure.
You seemed surprised when we told you that we weren't fucking around. It's actually Homestuck. We told you about Pumpkin Party and See Hitler's Water Apocalypse, and still 5 minutes later you're like, wait, what? I'm not disappointed you're here, Zach. I'm disappointed that you fucking said nothing. Hiding in the shadows. I kid.
Sometimes the only way to set things right is to cut your losses and start over from the beginning.
Welcome the lurkers. Cut your losses. Cut the lurkers.
That's pretty alright, yeah.
It's pretty alright, yeah. This stream we've seen a lot of, like, the last set of trolls seem to have been, I mean, aside from Fairy, but particularly rewritten in Fanon style.
Mm-hmm.
But Jane seems to be bringing back, you know, some actual, like, nonsense. I clicked.
And that's not really the same as giving up.
It's true. You just give up on your first attempt. You try with all your might to swallow this good advice Jane is serving you, but the look on your face might not all be that convincing. Jane sighs.
Look, I'm sorry for abandoning you in an unfamiliar situation.
High Swap Part 1, but I liked it. High Swap Part 2 has a trial. Play Part 2.
It wasn't very responsible or leaderly. And it's certainly not becoming a future president, corporate or otherwise.
You suppose that's true. You guess you can accept that this mess was a group effort. Even in failure, it's important to acknowledge the power of teamwork. All the same, you hand Jane's rosy red spoon back to her. You are not worthy of its solemn mantle. In the time that we've been here, what is it? Yeah, she had an assassination attempt on her? She's also going to inherit the Betty Crocker Corporation. Besides, some of the stuff that the robot voice said was beginning to seriously freak you out.
Honestly, it meant a lot to me that you were willing to indulge my little hobby for a while. It may be the career path that I've been following my entire life, but you'd be surprised how little I get to talk about it with anyone I'm close to.
Video games. I have people that play video games, and even in that, it's like, oh, what do you play? Fortnite? COD? Oh, I can't relate with you on a personal level at all. We're on different planets.
Yeah. Anyway, what's the whole point that we were getting you something to eat as thanks for saving my, life?
Oh yeah, I guess you did do that. Ha, good job, you. Your chest puffs up instinctively a little with pride, but the motion causes your still empty stomach to make his presence felt again with a loud gurgle. Betty Crocker, I wonder where that originated. Don't ask, because it's a story.
Speaking of which, we still need to take care of that. Letting a brain go hungry is completely unacceptable. So how does giving it another try sound? Here's an idea. If you pick the recipe, I'll take care of the rest. Promise I won't get distracted this time, alright?
Bacon pie? That sounds nice, especially the part where Jane called you a friend. That was the nicest part of all. Cutting our losses! Yay!
Aww. Holy fuck, what happened to you?
What? Just a little mud, just a little Coke. Tons of things make sense in context, a context that takes around 4,000 pages to make sense. Yeah.
Wait, hang on. I need to post this image if I can find it.
Do we go back and try the mystery? Or do I proceed? I could let you go, NGT, if you have to sleep. I can take on full reading duties.
I might just cut my losses and just go to bed because it is kind of late.
I'm gonna do a little more because we got a raid during that.
That's understandable, but I'm also gonna post this image because this is relevant.
What is this? Dear Mario, do not come to the castle. I've baked an absolute dog shit cake. Just completely fucked it up. I am so sorry. Peach.
Peach. Alright. This has been fucking fun. I am excited to to do more of it, to do more of this next
We're
week.
not done.
Hopefully,
Here, you can look up the recipe using this. We're
Wait,
not done. It's still
fuck.
going.
Oh shit! Oh piss! Oh beans! Here, you can look up the recipe using this. I'll lend my phone to you, but, well, you know how it is with privacy.
Jane hands you what appears to be some sort of computerized tiara, stylishly cast in Crocker red plastic. You guess that you just put it on? That's not too complicated. You've seen more peculiar user interfaces in your various travels across time and space, that's for sure. The device fits snugly on your head, despite your apparent lack of ears. You feel the unreal Eris Thoughtwave tiara top begin to mesh psychically with your own brain, and you are mentally hooked into the limitless potential of the internet. It's all cats. Every facet of human knowledge is at your cognitive fingertips. Your mind is awash with 100,000 pictures of cats.
Oh my god, is that one in a bunny costume?
Wow! Jane is ready and waiting for your instructions. All you have to do is reach out. So you do. You begin to comb the web for something tasty, and you will surrender yourself, and you will cease reproduction, and you will comply, and you will comply, and you will comply. Wait, what? Obey! All at once, something hits the inside of your skull and begins to ricochet around your synapses and neurons, seeming to fill every corner and crevice of your brain with a deafening wave of silent noise. A single instruction, uttered with incalculable force, impossible to ignore. Obey! Your mind, so susceptible to outside influences, is no match for it. You feel a million sharp pains as a million neural pathways are rearranged to form sharp angles and ordered lines and circuits, and in a blinding flash of light, her design overwhelms every part of me and consumes every atom of me, and then retransmits and amplifies the whole in concert with her will. And I cannot know any difference because this is all that I am, and it is so much more than I was, and I see her worthless protege's face twist in the look of horror at the sight of... I do not need water, foolish humans. But I do not spare her a second glance as I look skywards. I am free of such concerns now, and in the eye of the mind that now belongs to her, I see the place I need to go, and I reach out with the power I stole, and I step forward into it. And in her throne room, I kneel beneath her smile as she sets a course for everywhere. There are problems in this universe that require our attention, and I, her new weapon, smile too. We're going to fix everything.
Oh, fuck, we just gave her the fucking power of
the protagonist power.
Oh, balls. Oh,
It
balls.
was the bad ending! Yay!
And there's the homestuck and there's the part where people are like, wait, where? Wait, I thought this was about Betty Crocker. It was about Betty Crocker. Always fucking was. God damn it.
Betty Crocker is an intergalactic space empress.
I hate that I understood all of that. And I'm just like... Homestuck is basically kryptonite for people like me who need to map out every bit of lore about a thing ever.
Hey, remember 20 minutes ago when Cool was like, no, really, I really get into, like, figuring out the math of a sweep, and we said, don't!
Well, you said that.
I said that. You all were thinking it.
I was busy thinking about whatever the fuck we were thinking about. Oh, right. Problem sleuth, probably.
Solve a mystery? Do you still want to go, knowing that you basically killed us? It was your fault.
It was my fault, and I think that's a good place for me to end.
All right.
I'm just gonna fart in the proverbial elevator and leave. Again, hope you guys have yourself a good rest of the stream, and hopefully find the right good ending, or maybe a worse good bad.
My throat hurts.
It's late. Later, guys. It's been fun hanging.
Have a good sleep. It's been bothering you for a while. Let's go back and rewind a little bit to the last choice, and you know, she to pull you guys in here. A lot of stuff happened. I transportalized into this universe. It saved her from blowing herself up in her mailbox. And then she was like, oh, thanks for saving my life, but who the fuck are you? And then we went downstairs, and the friend that I thought I knew is 80 years old, dead and stuffed in front of her fireplace, and it's her granddad. And now it's like, oh, you knew granddad? Okay, cool, let's hang out a little bit more. That's basically... That's it. And now instead of cooking and being mind-controlled, we're gonna go off and solve a mystery instead, because she liked detective. It's been bothering you for a while. But for someone who claims to follow in the footsteps of the very gutsiest of gumshoes, Jane seems pretty unmotivated to find out who's been murdering her all these years. Perhaps you should use the means at your disposal to finally put this mystery to rest once and for all. You suggest to Jane that maybe you should try to ascertain who the parcel was sent by. By whom was the parcel sent? What? Grammar, silly, it's very important. I'm sticking with the slight southern drawl MTT did. Of course, you suppose you agree with that. After all, this is a text-based medium, and shoddy craftsmanship can only ever obscure information. Yeah, Aradia's was fun. Aradia the Time Players was fun. Aradia, whose theme's title was just called Yes, It Is. Proper adherence to linguistic conventions is of the utmost importance, ensuring the conveyance of salient details in a timely and comprehensible manner. That is not Homestuck. But damn it, Jane, now isn't the time. You got a case to solve. Yes, alright, but exactly what are you proposing you do? There's very little evidence we could feasibly collect. The two of you look forlornly out the window again, down to where the mailbox should be. Jane is right. That avenue and investigation went up in smoke a few minutes ago. The investigation has barely gotten started, and the trail's already gone cold in a blazing ball of fire. I'd suggest asking at the mail office or similar, but I don't suppose they know anything detailed about the package's origins. Oh shit, and since I forgot to do so earlier, man, I'm so scrambling mind. Any of the guys who were in this stream before Juker raided, go check out Juker! He's the guy that I did, what was it called? Archipelago with a couple weeks ago? Has it already been that long? Fantastic guy. One of the most sociable people that I swear to God I've ever fucking met. I don't know how that guy makes so many friends and is constantly able to joke in like a goddamn it Juker way and yet still have people like him for it. I'm jelly. Jelly AF. It's not like regular mail workers have access to that kind of information. To make matters worse, the mail is one of the few public services Crocker Corp doesn't partially own, so I wouldn't be able to pull any strings. I don't suppose there was anyone watching at the time that bomb was placed, either. You have to admit the possibility seems somewhat remote, but that gives you an idea. If there aren't any witnesses to hand, why not make some yourselves? Wait, make some witnesses, what? What, bribe someone to falsify testimony or similar? That's certainly a novel way of going about it. Jane seems to be giving it a lot more thought than you would have expected, but in any case, that wasn't at all what you meant. You explained to Jane that far from merely being able to transportalize between and to any physical locations, you also possess the ability to time travel-ificate to any point in past or future. Not to be rude, considering you did just save my life and everything, but that does sound more than a little far-fetched. Jane seems pretty skeptical about this, but you honestly can't be bothered to work through all of her personal misgivings about belief and feasibility of time travel right now. You've been through this with more than a dozen people already, come on! You decide to take a more proactive approach. Seeing is believing, after all. You grab her wrist and zap back in time. Jane meet past Jane. Jane meet future Jane. You trust that this will all suffice as evidence. Which one is which? Did you just bump forward or did you bump backward? If you bumped backward, how come this Jane doesn't have the memory of already meeting the future self? This is not a stable time loop, is it? No, this is branching off into another thing that's gonna die and it's fine because everything that we go. Okay, yeah, I'm fine with it. I don't. All right, moving on. You purify next to the bush that you hid behind earlier and take refuge in it once again. A conveniently abandoned wristwatch on the ground nearby indicates that you have traveled an hour into the past. No sign of the white cat yet. The mailbox is there in all its beautiful unexploded majesty, but stands empty as of right now. This is perfect. All you have to do is wait for the truth to come to you. See, Jane, isn't this exciting? Jane? Tipsy nostalgic. 911, what's your emergency? Please note that misplaced apostrophes on shop signs do not constitute an emergency. And Lalonde, help! I'm stuck in the past! Elmo, yes. What wad was it that tipped you off? Was it the fact that nobody else talks like it's the 1920s? What? No, I mean this entirely literally. I'm quite literally stuck in the past in a temporal sense. What? Oh, OMG, wait, really? Who told you that? Was it TT? I bet it was TT. Yoinking my thunder GDI Stratter! No, you're not listening to me! I have been transported back in time by a mysterious entity who recently saved my life from another ridiculous assassination attempt. Oh. Okay. Damn, false alarm, IG. Wait! GCat can time travel now? No, this is a different mysterious entity. They don't seem related to the Godcat as far as I can tell. They rescued me from a parcel bomb in the mailbox a short while ago and have since taken it upon themselves to help me find out who was responsible. They're remarkably enthusiastic about the issue, almost as if it were their civic duty somehow. So, a number of mysterious abilities, intimate knowledge of mail safety, and a compulsion to aid random citizens. Are you sure this person isn't just your mailman, Jamie? I mean, who knows what kind of magic those little guys can pull off? I'm pretty certain they have absolutely nothing to do with the profession of mail delivery in any practical sense. Anyway, the point is, we're now an hour into the past from our perspective, waiting for the perpetrator to place a bomb that not a few minutes ago threatened to blow me to Kingdom Come. It's all a bit much to take in. Well, shucks, Buster. Shucks, Buster, indeed. While Jane has busied herself with something on her phone, you've been keeping a lookout for anything suspicious. So far, nothing has happened, but now, just out of sight, you can hear the telltale sound of a vehicle approaching. You quickly elbow Jane to the ribs to get her attention. The two of you peek your heads tentatively out of the bush. You watch as an unassuming van pulls up outside the house. You keep watching as an unremarkable person gets out and carries a small pile of mail over to the mailbox, totally unsuspiciously. From this distance, you can't really make out anything about them at all. This isn't nearly as helpful or as informative as you'd have hoped. This is no good. We can't see anything from all the way out over here. I think we might have to resort to one of the more advanced tactics in every detective's arsenal. I propose that we accost this delivery worker, tie them up, and then scrupulously interrogate them for any information they might have. You guess that would work? Jane seems remarkably unconcerned with the ethical qualms inherent in assaulting a public servant, and at some point you would have found this extremely alarming, but after a few months in Alternia, you are so accustomed to this kind of thing that the thought of actually disagreeing doesn't even occur to you. Zach, man, your marble games are rigged. I'm pretty sure that you set in advance who's gonna win, because I've been really close to winning in most of the games I've played, but I never actually pull it off, and I think you're cheating. Stop fucking cheating in marbles. Jane, fuck you. Jane gets into position to lead the charge. You reach your hand into a tear in reality, rummage around for a moment, and retrieve a long length of rope from somewhere in Terezi's hive. Hopefully she won't miss it. You mutter a quick prayer of apology to the guardian deities of mall workers everywhere. Male workers, not mall workers. Fuck the mall workers. And then...
Water!
Now! The two of you leap from your hiding spot and tackle the hapless stranger just as they were about to climb back into the van. Have at you! Jane is brandishing her trusty spoon as threateningly as any sword. The poor defenseless postman is taken completely by surprise and topples to the ground. You quickly tie their arms and legs and then zap all three of you back out of sight behind the bushes again. Then Jane sets to work. She fixes your captive with a cast iron stare and with ruthless efficiency begins to rattle off a relentless stream of astute and insightful questions. Her tongue is like a whip, beating her quarry into submission. You watch in silent. I don't have a good response for that. It's because I got you. I caught you! Red Spoon Buster! You watch in silent horror as she verbally dismantles this unfortunate soul, piece by peerful feast. It's like watching a dozen interrogation scenes from a dozen gritty crime dramas and noir detective flicks all at once. Weed. She pretends to smoke an invisible cigar at one point, seemingly without noticing at all. You don't even have words for what she does with the spoon. When Jane finally pauses to catch her breath, the nameless and faceless courier, faceless, manages to choke out a few words and spill the beans. It's a scant few beans, you are sorry to say. They say they don't know much. Hell, with the dame roughing them up like that, they can't even remember their own name. But they do remember the mysterious package marked handled with care and addressed to the crime residence.
Physical.
They say they remember thinking that there was nowhere else the package could have been headed. With a surname like that, it was only fitting, see? You know, with the big red spoon on the side of the box and everything. Jane doesn't say anything else. She just stands up and ties the prisoner. They're free to go. You flash him a look which you hope says something like, I'm sorry I helped this distressed teenager tie you up in order to satisfy your curiosity, and I appreciate your ongoing public service, but you've never been great at nonverbal communication. A notification rings out from Jane's phone. Perhaps chatting to a friend in this trying time will offer her some comfort. You wander a short distance away, allowing Jane some space to process what has happened. You learn the hard way that privacy is a fundamental right that should always be respected. How goes the investigation? Did you threaten a retail worker or something yet? Oh my MG, Janie, you did, didn't you? GDI, we've talked about this. Jane, are you okay? No? I can't believe I'm typing this. The company, my company, it appears they were the ones who sent the bomb. Okay, you were right about them, I suppose? You're being certain? You're not like that, pranking me super hard for the mega lols. No, of course not, I'm hardly in a joking mood. Cry face? Jane, this is great. What? You finally proved through! The batter bitch had the wool over your eyes, but no more! I'm so happy. What? No, this is awful! Oh, right. Of course, what I meant was, that. Will you, please, just stop talking for a second? I can't think with your endless ruddy face blithering all the time. I nearly died for the umpteenth time this morning, but survived only to have my entire worldview start to collapse before my very eyes by way of some mysterious time travel magic. Jeez Louise, this is easy for you. In fact, this must be Christmas and birthday come early for all three of you. You finally got what you wanted, which was to prove me wrong. Your insane collective conspiracy about my entire life being part of some evil plot looks like it might just hold water after all. Congratulations, go on, say that you told me so. Here, I'll even type it out for you to copy and paste. You don't have to worry about any more face spelling errors. I told you so. No? I'm really not sure what to say. You're kind of scaring me. I'm sorry, this is scaring me too. There's a lot. I don't know how I'm reading all of this. Jane sighs. You guess the conversation must be taking a turn for the heavy, but you can't say for sure. You're feeling good about your decision not to pry into this private discussion. It would be truly some kind of fucked up to intrude at such a vulnerable moment when people are rarely seen at their best. It feels as though I'm in the middle of an ocean. Scratch that, it feels like my whole world is an ocean. That's the wrong thing to say to her. Something so immense, so dark, so vast and deep that I can't even begin to imagine what might be beneath the surface. Everything that I've ever known, everything that I've ever been is sinking down into it and vanishing with nary a trace, and my only solace is to jump of my own volition before I'm pulled in by force. And what, is someone gonna catch me and help me stay afloat? The only float my best friend in the whole world has any familiarity with is flipping cocktails! OMG. Jane, Jane, I know you're like being kind of mean and exasperated RN, but it means a lot to hear that I'm your best friend. IOI cross hash pound correct that heart. Shock face. Roll out, please. I'm only trying to express the depths of my existential confusion over here. The ocean, Lalonde, the abyssal infinite ocean. Can you even imagine what that is like? On second thought, never mind. This whole analogy is contrived and nonsensical, and I couldn't possibly have any emotional relevance to anyone. Another sigh. God, I'm sorry, I'm not handling this well at all. I mean, TBH, no. Very quickly, I'm shocked. Good job, Ryan. What? What? Why? Is it because of the emotional breakdown? But... LBR? Let's be real. LBR IDK? What precise arrangement of emotonal responses will even realistically qualify as quat handling this whale? Fish pun for topic appropriateness. Who, like, IG, I had like this whole plan for how I'd get you to accept the truth. And it would have worked, cause let's be real, I'm a fucking genius. Fuck. Fucking. But also, I'm pretty sure that it would have involved blowing up a whole bunch more shit, or at least mega espacades. How about shenanigans? Oh, you know it. And nanny guns, she nanny guns out the ass. The point is, I knew it will be hard. Maybe hazardous to our relationship and or your physical health, but I knew that you were worth it, and also for what it's worth. I don't give a effing fuck dunking on your ass. None of us do. With a third and final huff, Jane slumps down on the ground, visibly deflated. All the tempest and fury has gone out of her, and now she's just sitting and gazing glumly at the wall of bubblegum pink on her screen. She seems utterly miserable. You want to comfort her, to offer solace and friendly counsel in this trying time. There comes a moment in every teen's upbringing when she realizes that the globe-spanning multi-billion-dollar corporation which is her birthright has also been responsible for some pretty shady and heinous nonsense, including multiple attempts on her own life. It's just a part of growing up. But somehow you just can't find the words, and maybe it's not your place to comment anyways. Before you can think of something to say, Jane shakes her head and starts typing again. Alright. That's enough sitting around all feeling sitting around feeling all forlorn. I'm feeling P-OK, actually. No, me! I'm talking about myself! This new reality is one that I simply have to accept, whether I like it or not. And it's no good being glum about it, especially not if it leads me to mistreat my nearest and dearest. So I'm not going to be the leader of a worldwide mega corporation. Big deal! There are much better things to be applying my savvy towards. The friends who have my back, for instance. OMG, Janie, I'm loving this new enthusiasm. I understand I've been remiss in my duties as of late, but that ends now. Where I once had a duty to my heritage, now I have a duty to those who care about me. The call of leadership comes from elsewhere. Yes, these words you're typing, meaningful and full of poignancy. Jane strikes a pose that looks at once determined, bold, fearless, and resolute, all while still typing furiously away on her mobile. It just goes to show how hard she must have trained for a moment like this. And so, for my first act as a responsible friend with eyes unclouded by the sugary haze of a manipulative bacon empire, I say that it ends here. The game in which I've been pawned for years stops today. Hell yes! Hell yeah! Yes! I think I've rather gone off the idea of games altogether, haven't you? Specifically, the game. Hell fucking yeah. Wait, what? The alpha! I've decided I'm not going to participate. It's a Crocker Corp product and it's clearly part of some grand evil scheme or one another. It'd be positively suicidal to consider playing it at this point. Well, yes, but what? There's no doubt in my mind about it. Furthermore, as your friend and as one recently reminded of her duty of care in this regard, I feel I should strongly advise against any of us playing it, or anyone at all for that matter. Now that I think about it, it's our solemn responsibility to ensure that nobody ever gets their hand on this game. Just imagine the havoc it could wreak. We've got 1 week before the alpha's due to release. I'm certain we could think of some nefarious schemes to disrupt it in the meantime if we work together as a team. I trust I'll be able to count on your hacks or skills in this endeavor. Sure. A completely accidental lack of excitement. My sick skills are yours to command. I knew it. You're the best BFFs one could hope for. Heart. Jane clears her throat, pockets her phone, and seems to have reached some kind of conclusion. That chat looked from the outside like it was one huge emotional journey from start to finish. You're glad that Jane seems to be feeling better for having had it, whatever they ended up talking about. Sometimes all you need is a friend to vent things towards in a healthy and productive manner. I suppose I should thank you again. Without your help, I may never have learned the truth. It's quite possible I would have lived out the rest of my potentially very short life without another opportunity to see things as they really were. I don't know how I shall ever repay you. Since nothing today has changed the fact that Jane is ludicrously wealthy, you can think of a great number of ways she could feasibly repay you, but that might just be pushing it a little too far all at once. So instead, you effortlessly spin some yarn about this being what friends are for and so on. It's a speech you've given so many times before. Her eyes are on fire. I've depended on you for a great deal, but now I think it's time to forge my own path and under my own steam. I'll show the world what Jane Crocker can accomplish with naught but her own two bare hands. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an existential crisis to avert. Existential Crisis. I really want to do the next one. That one was actually the proper good ending. And I'm not going to do the next one because I've been going for 4 hours. And, oh, actually, you know what? No, scratch that. I don't really give much of I'm not going to go that hard on it. I am, let's say, amicable towards the next one. And the next one's definitely got to be MTT. But what I was super looking forward to is the Friendship Wizard. The pink, googly-eyed cat. That one. That one's gonna be good. I have never actually put together that Rose's squiddly shirt and Jake's green skull shirt are like surprisingly similar. They have the same silhouette and everything. Anywho's, it's my throat is dying. It's already 5 p.m. I should probably go think about making something to eat. And then I've got warranties to set up on my computer because it's another thing on my to-do list.